Bears fans, this is your 60-second countdown.
Wonderful shot.
That is an excellent piece of work.
Yeah! Got straight through.
Shot.
Oh my goodness! Oh yes! Oh yes!
Oh wow, would you believe it? That was a glorious pickup.
Gone.
Plenty of that downwind.
Oh, what a catch!
Very clever at Barnard.
Got him. What a delivery. That one's not picking anybody out.
Thrashed away.
There is simply nothing that the Bears cannot do.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everybody and welcome to Bears TV for the second of a doubleheader today here at EdgBLASTon in the T20 Blast. It's the last doubleheader here on Bears TV, so we hope you enjoy this fixture for the season. It's the Bears taking on Glamorgan in what is still a crucial match because, believe it or not, the Bears can still qualify for the quarterfinals. We'll give you all of the maths very, very soon. But first, let me introduce our wonderful team here today for what should be a cracking game here in Birmingham. My name is Atif Nawaz. Alongside me is Regina Sudhazai. How are you, Regina?
I'm well, thank you. Excited for the second game of the day.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, we're hoping for a different result to the first game. Alongside you is the voice of Warwickshire cricket. It's the one and only Adam Bridge. Adam, how are you?
I'm good. I'm puzzled by the fact that you can be bottom of the table and still with a chance of qualifying for the knockout stages of a competition, but that's the quirks of this competition.
Well, I tell you what, Adam, I'm really glad you mentioned that, because in just a second I'm about to introduce our team member who's going to tell us exactly how that's possible. But first, I just want to let everybody watching know that the toss has already taken place. Glamorgan won the toss and have opted to let Warwickshire bat first, or put them into bat. I know I put that a really weird way. Let them bat first. Give them the privilege. Give them the honour. Is that not right?
Glamorgan won the toss and elected to bat.
I beg your pardon. What did I say?
They offered the Bears the privilege to bat.
And the Bears declined.
The Bears are bowling.
In a very,
yes.
a very classical 18th century manner.
I think the Bears would have liked to have batted.
They would have liked
to have
batted,
what they do,
yeah.
isn't it? But they're going to have to chase today.
They're going to have to chase today. The Bears are going to chase. Glamorgan have won the toss. They'll be batting soon in just over 15 minutes or so's time. And the Bears need to win this game. Do you know why, Adam? Do you know why? Because they can still make it. Despite being in bottom place, they can still make it. How can they make it? Well, let me introduce the final member of our team today to tell you exactly how. It is the one and only, the award-winning, the Badger in the Den, Aaron Wiles. Aaron, how are you, and how are the Bears making it to the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I'm very, very good, Artif. Thank you for the lovely introduction, as always. I mean, if I was to describe it in one word, it would be convoluted. That is the route for the Bears this evening. We're essentially relying predominantly on Northamptonshire to beat Somerset. The Worcestershire versus Gloucestershire game also has a little bit of a weighting with regards to that third place battle for Sunday. And then that's just in the central and west. The Bears are also relying on the likes of Surrey in the south and Yorkshire in the north. We'll go through it in a lot more detail as the broadcast progresses, because otherwise we'll be here for the entirety of the pre-game show. But the important thing to understand, there is a chance. It's a very slim chance. It's about 0.5%. But providing results do go in Warwickshire's favour tonight, that could be a very, very different number come Sunday.
Well, there we go. And we'll keep everybody up to date in the score of what's happening at Taunton as well. Northamptonshire, I can tell you, have been put into bat by Somerset. They're currently 25 for 1 after 4 overs. So we'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Don't worry. Don't put your head in your hands. It's fine. It's 4 overs. So things can change very quickly. Don't worry about that. The Bears, though, I mean, they're on a better run than they were at the start of the tournament, Adam. I mean, they started in a really sort of typically atrocious manner. We've seen them start in an atrocious manner, but it was a prolonged spell of not the best cricket they could play that put them in a position where their fortunes are not really completely in their control anymore.
Yeah, the disappointing result was the defeat at the hands of Glamorgan last week. That's kind of caused the issue. However, they bounced back. The win against Gloucester was excellent on Sunday. They played really well. Gloucester in the, I mean, Gloucester probably gave up the chase, I think, with about 6 or 7 overs to go, because they knew they weren't getting anywhere near. I mean, the continued run scoring of Bo Webster is just magnificent to watch. Obviously, The mouse was on fire. You missed it. He actually hit one over the hollies onto the roof.
Yeah.
He said, "Did I hit it over the roof?" I said, "You should have done. Well done." He was very excited about the fact he'd cleared the roof, because not many people clear the roof of the hollies. It was a big hit. So, look, they're batting really well. The bowling at times could have been better. Again, piece all that together, though, and we know with the experience they've got, the agility in the field, they can win this game tonight comfortably. And as long as everything else goes their way elsewhere, we could have a game on Sunday where victory against Northants could secure that spot in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Netflix series, isn't it, of results that we need to go our way. But stranger things have happened in the Blast, and it should be a very exciting game today because there's short boundaries in play. We saw that earlier in the women's game as well, where the Bears women came up short against Hampshire, who were successful. But we will have some guests from that game joining us a little bit later. We'll spoil no surprises whatsoever, but we do have special guests in the studio. Of course, we've got Regina Sudazai with us as well, who was with us on commentary earlier. Regina, it's a big game for the Bears. We've already heard about Bo Webster. We'll talk more about Bo Webster in just a second because he's been the standout performer for the Bears this season. But it's a big game. It's a good atmosphere. It's a building atmosphere this Friday night in Birmingham.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's good to see a lot more faces in the crowd, and the heat's died down a little bit, so I feel like more people might decide to come outside. But I'm really excited to see players like Usman Tariq. I think it's the first time I'm ever going to see him bowl in the flesh, so I'm really looking forward to that, especially his last game against Glamorgan. He actually did all right, but getting 2 wickets as well in that game. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing how the men perform. And with that chance, will there be a bit more of a fight? Should be a good game.
He's on the roll, actually, Usman, as well.
Yeah.
He did well against Glamorgan, and then he bettered it with his 3 for 12 next time out. So we're expecting 4 for 12 today?
Yeah.
I think is the way it works.
Well, 4 for 12 today. Yeah,
12 would be good, yeah.
No,
We've had a 2 for 12, 3 for 12. We need 4 for 12.
The pause. That's
I like the pause.
There we go. And it's Bears, so it all sort of adds together.
It's like comedy, isn't it? It's all about
timing.
Yeah,
yes, there we go. Yeah, of course it is. So listen, Usman Tariq is there, and we're excited to see him in action. Also, we saw a really terrific innings earlier this season from Zen Malik as well. He was absolutely sensational here at this ground. One of the best innings I've seen at this ground in this competition. Just absolutely leathered the ball wherever he wished, up until the point where he got to 99 and he couldn't cross over to 3 figures, but he was sensational. And another opportunity again to play similar kind of cricket. They've been put into bat here. You got the cushion of Bo Webster, who's got 500 plus runs this season. I don't know exactly how many off the top of my head. We'll ask Aaron in a second, but I'm pretty sure it's 555, I'm going to say. Let's see if Aaron corrects me in just a second. Where is it, Aaron? How far am I off?
552.
Oh, close. I gave him 3 extra runs because he's a nice man. But, I mean, it's an opportunity, isn't it? I mean, when you've got a player in that kind of form as a batter, surely it frees you up a little bit, Adam. What do you reckon?
Look, I mean, the guy's just phenomenal. Whether it's bowling spin, as he did last time out, whether it's his medium pace, whether it's his fielding, his catching, his leadership. The one thing that stands out from talking to the players in the last couple of games is what he brings to the dressing room. That experience, knowing you have a man who plays all formats for Australia successfully, and here he is. I said last time, obviously you weren't with us. I just said, look, just sign the guy up. Doesn't matter how long you sign him up for. The Bears have been searching for that perfect overseas signing since Jeeton. Now, to me, it's him. He seems to love being here. They love having him here. Fine, sign him up. Forget the Ashes next summer. Doesn't matter. He can go and play for them, but just sign him up and keep him as a Bear, because he is just a class act all over.
Well, there's been some big overseas players over the last few years as well. We're talking about, Hassan Ali, before him Paul Sterling, before him Carlos Brathwaite, in between somewhere Glenn Maxwell, and they're all wonderful players, of course they are, but the impact that Bo's had with bat, ball, and just maybe just physical stature is so significant.
Well, also consistency.
Yes.
That's the thing is, all of those players have contributed at various points. Sterling's got a magnificent 100 here that we witnessed, but Webster is doing it week in, week out, and you see that when he's batting with the likes of Dan Mosey, the impact it has on Dan and the way he goes about playing. So that's where I talk about the influence throughout the rest of the team, and I think it's interesting. It's not he takes over from Barney and tries to kind of deliver big rousing speeches to the team. It's those individual conversations he has during training, during warm-ups, during innings with individuals that seem to be making a real difference to all of them.
It certainly does. Regina, I mean, how much do you think about the qualification scenario? Because, it's easy to get lost in that a little bit. Surely you got to just focus on the task ahead of you and let things fall where they may.
Well, I think when it gets to a place and position like Warwickshire in now, surely you are thinking about the qualification scenario. Because I think beforehand you go in with a bit more, okay, let's see how this season goes. But when you have that fighting chance, I think that becomes even more imperative in the dressing room, and probably just ignites a bit more spirit within the team to try and say, okay, cool. It's not just a day where we go out and see what happens. It's a day that we actually have to go out and win and get that win at a good rate as well, of course.
This is the thing, isn't it? It's such a bonkers competition, Adam. You said it before. They're in the bottom position of their league.
They are, yeah.
And yet they might still make it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for the competition.
Well, yes, because at the moment you're in a scenario where the only team who have got more than kind of their 16 points who's in third place is Lancashire in the north. So it's those two spots across the three groups is kind of all to play for in terms of third spot. And, what we do know is that here they will have a fighting chance on a really good wicket that you can score runs on, that will probably play into the arms of the spinners that they've got. So everything is in their hands. I think what we're saying about how you approach the game, you can only control what's within you. And the one thing that's, there's so many scenarios, as Aaron has said, elsewhere that play into this. All they can do is focus on winning these two games of cricket. It's that simple. It's like when they come back after the first break having wins, they knew we just had to win every game. Had they won the away game at Glamorgan, then potentially they'll be in a slightly stronger position. Just win every game is quite simple, and you have a chance.
You certainly do if you can. And we saw there were runs on this pitch a little bit earlier. We'll take a closer look at the pitch in just a moment. But there we have it. It's a very, very good batting wicket. There's a little bit of turn in it. We saw earlier in the women's game with a couple of the slower bowlers getting the ball to rip a little bit. Also saw a big score not defended as well. 166 is what the Bears women put up, and it proved to be at least 15-20 runs shy. There's an extra slow-mo shot there of Usman Tariq looking very cool with his shades on.
Well, I was going to comment on the sharpness of his beard.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
He's had that squared off beautifully.
Yeah.
He won't have done that himself. It'd have been to get that done.
Well, there's
it
no
looks
shortage.
Very good.
It's Birmingham. There's no shortage of world-class barbers here.
I know, but that looked sharp. Didn't it?
It was very
he looks
sharp,
like he means business today.
He does. He's perfectly groomed for the occasion. I know for a fact he's enjoying himself here as well. He's got more cricket to play here in Birmingham and another competition later this summer as well. So he'll be very keen to put on another terrific performance. We mentioned the scores in the women's game a little bit earlier. Aaron Biles, I wanted to ask you about past scores here. We expect more than normal. I mean, we looked at the pitch a little bit. What we didn't show you was the dimensions, because it's short. One of the boundaries is much shorter than the other. The construction site where the soon to be built hotel is taking place. That's not a long way. It's not a long hit at all for most of these batters. We saw a couple in the construction site, just the one actually. I think in the two in the construction site during the women's match. And you predicted 7 earlier, didn't you? 7 across the day. So you need 5 more in this.
I do.
Yeah, what did Regina say?
I said 11.
11.
I think I went with 11 in the end. Yeah.
I reckon I'm somewhere in between with
You went with 15, didn't you?
Did I say 15?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. Go for a very ambitious number.
Did I say so? Okay.
Roll the tape, as they say. The tapes don't lie. We've got receipts.
It's on YouTube somewhere. I don't know. Speaking of YouTube, if you're watching us right now, please do subscribe to this channel so you're always up to date on the latest videos from Warwickshire and here on Bears TV. And also do give us a thumbs up as we're getting excited for what should be a brilliant game of cricket, a high-scoring game of cricket, I dare say. Back to those totals that we were talking about, average totals, Aaron Biles. What's a good score historically here in the Blast here at EdgBLASTon?
Well, it is one of the highest scoring venues, so it's around about 184. Your winning score here, though, is more touching 190. We've already seen 200 scored here on a couple of occasions, and even that got a little bit dicey, with exception to the Worcestershire game. So, yeah, realistically, looking at the field dimensions, your bowling and your field plans are going to be crucial. The fact is you cannot afford to be bowling it short with that tempting short leg side.
It's going to be tough. I can imagine a lot of batters actually, even balls wide outside the off stump, trying to step across and go into that short boundary. It's such a tempting target. I'll be curious to see how the bowlers attempt to defend it. We saw variable methods used in the women's game a little bit earlier, but that 190, the winning score that Aaron's talking about, Adam, for me, even that feels a little bit light. I feel like the Bears have, I mean, whoever's batting first, you want. Oh my goodness, it's Scooby-Doo, he's back!
He thinks he's got friends with him today.
Well,
he's bought the Scooby Gang today.
I don't know if he's bought the Scooby Gang or if he's just made friends at the ground, but I've got to admire this gentleman's tenacity, because it's a balmy 26 degrees still out there, and it's just about 7 o'clock, so he's doing well.
I think he's learned from his mistake, though, because previously he was in the front row of the Hollies and had sun exposure all day. He's gone beneath us here today, so has picked up a little bit of shade, I think.
As the umpires make their way out, there's a young man with the ball, I think with the match ball, who walked out as well, just ahead of the team before handing it off to the Bears players. I mean, I think if the Bears, just to finish off that thought just before I was rudely interrupted by the Mystery Machine Gang, 190, I think the Bears would be happy with that somehow. Like, they'd back themselves to chase anything near 200.
I think they probably would. Look, they've preferred to bat and set targets. You know, and we've had the over 200s in and around the 200s. I think they prefer to set a target and then try and defend it. But, you know, Somerset is a perfect example of how they chased down a total in excess of 200 and did it brilliantly. With Webster, with Hayne, with Mosley in the kind of form he's in as well, I don't think chasing right now is a massive problem for them.
No, I don't think so either, especially looking at their lineup, which I should have given it to you a while ago.
It's unchanged, isn't it?
It's unchanged, yeah. It's Robbie Yates, Dan Mullick, Bo Webster, Dan Mosley, Sam Hayne, Ed Barnard, Kai Smith behind the stumps, and Jordan Thompson, Chris Wokes, Richard Gleeson, Usman Tariq rounding out the 11. There's Carmen Bear and Hugh Bear as well, enjoying themselves. I think there's a little bit of catering available next door, Regina, as soon as I, so you're welcome to help yourself to it. And well, there's an incredulous look on the face of Adam Bridge. But listen, I think if you want to, I think what Adam is saying there, Regina, is if you want to, you can have his food as well. Don't worry. He's a very charitable man.
I am very charitable.
He shares. He's a sharer. Don't take mine though.
Chris Wokes is going to get us underway from the far end, of course, and the opening batters for Glamorgan, Kieran Carlson, and a name, of course, familiar with those who support the Birmingham Phoenix for a while. We'll smell who's going to be up the other end. We're off and running with the first ball. And we are away. We should have some guests joining us in this first innings today.
We should have some guests joining us. I thought I was being proactive in moving one of the chairs out the way, as the teacher just reminded me. Of course. We're not going to share a chair, Adam.
No,
I suppose not.
No, we will have some company at various points tonight. So here is Christopher Wokes then. It's a funny old campaign for Chris, I think, in the sense he's not got the wickets that his bowling has deserved at times. Here he is on an edge, and again, it's an edge. But it's an edge that goes through the vacant area. There's a clap of the hands from Richard Gleeson to say keep going, but I think that ball in its own right has just encapsulated the campaign for Chris Wokes in terms of trying to get wickets.
Yeah, it just bowls beautifully, and like you watch him bowl a delivery like that and you think, why is he not still part of England's test setup? It's just beautiful. Look at that, just angles in and just leaves the right-hander edge.
The test match, second or third slip, that's in the bag, isn't it? Here he is again. Lovely ball, lovely shape, just moving away outside off stump.
Test match length.
Yeah.
I really like this. And also, I mean, if you've got a bowler that you want in world cricket to defend a short boundary, you wouldn't look too far away from Chris Wokes. He's so disciplined, keeps the ball outside the off stump, making it very difficult for anybody to even think about that short boundary. They've got a deep backward square leg in position, but nobody else deep on the onside.
Here he is again. Cut away this time. Just going to be one. Fielded on the boundary ropes. Just down below by Jordan Thompson. 6 without loss then. 2 to come in this first over. So a different complexion here. Chasing. Yeah. Which is something, they did, as I say, did very well against Somerset. Not so well away at Gloucester. First chase here this season, isn't it? Every time they've batted first. So lovely line. Ideal length as well from Wokes. They'll grab a quick single. Glamorgan, been a bit of a revelation this season in this competition. Obviously, one of the sides that the Bears don't usually face. But actually, I've seen them a few times on the telly. They've won some really tight games. Kind of last ball wins. They seem to like a last ball win when chasing.
They have, but they haven't really managed to shoot up that table despite those wins. And it's another one of those teams that sort of underachieved for me.
Swung back in, beats Gleeson, and will be stopped Brilliant. Lovely bit of fielding from Thompson. And that completes the over. 9 from it to get Glamorgan off and running. 9 without loss at the end of the first.
Yeah, it's quite telling that. 9 runs without really a shot in anger played by, Glamorgan. But yeah, for me, they've sort of underachieved. I mean, am I wrong, Aaron? I don't know. Talk us through this season.
I think it's been indifferent, to be honest. I think you look at some of their batting options, of course, you've got these two. Brilliant opening combinations. Smale, plenty of innovation, enterprise to his batting style. Then, of course, Kieran Carlson could sing his praises all night long. Then you've got the likes of Tribe and Kellaway. You've got good finishers with the likes of Douthwaite and Cook. It's just been a case of when they've appeared to build a bit of momentum, they'll lose a game, and they'll lose it heavily. That's been the issue with the Welsh outfit this season. But heading into the foreseeable future, I think there's plenty of promise in this county.
Is super fast Richard Gleeson. Oh, back down the ground, over his head. Wokes is after it. Not going to get there, that's 4. Real stand and deliver shot from Carlson.
He didn't time it beautifully, but he knew he didn't really need to. He just needed to clear the infield, and he was always going to have some runs there. It's a terrifically quick outfield despite everything. And yeah, it's just kicked on off the surface there. He'll pick up a boundary, but I don't think I'd be too disappointed with that shot selection if I was Richard Gleeson. I want to see the batter driving.
A lovely shot. Suddenly going to go for 4. Didn't quite reach the ropes, but just standing back and allowing the pace of Gleeson onto the bat. Carlson's on to 10.
He picked up that length so quickly. It was just back of a length, and he read it and dispatched it. It's a terrific surface here. We've talked about here at EdgBLASTon. Very, very true. And so you can back yourself to hit the ball through the line. Nearly got it all the way for 6. There's a longer boundary out that side as well, towards mid-wicket.
Taken by Smith. Gleeson won't be happy with those first 2 boundaries.
Yeah, it's just a game of lengths here, and Carlson's been in terrific form all season for Glamorgan, their top run scorer in the competition so far, and obviously keen to play his shots at the top. Gleeson's just got to be a little bit patient here. Might have to absorb a few blows, but definitely able to cut through.
Looking forward to seeing Dixon back, actually. He's an interesting one, isn't he? Because he's a player who Kent picked up, and then he obviously made his way to Somerset, and then he's ended up at Glamorgan. He can finish games as well, as he did for Somerset against the Bears in the quarter-final.
Yeah, Aaron's not ready for you to bring that up again.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He's won a few games for Glamorgan this year so far.
Played quite well at finals day as well last year.
He did, yeah. 17 without loss. 2 to come in the second over. Wokes with a catch. Carlson's gone. Gleeson strikes. 17 for 1. And Carlson's gone for 10. And it's the Wizard with the ball in his hand. Gleeson, the bowler.
Yeah, you're always in with a chance, as we say. You just have to be patient. You don't mind the batters trying to play their shots because it keeps you in the game, especially if you keep executing your plan. Here we go, back of a length once again. Just a tiny bit back of a length. It probably was there for the shot that Carlson's played, but such is the pace of Richard Gleeson. He's not quite picked it up as he wanted, and the ball just sort of floated to mid-on, and it was a very straightforward catch and a good dismissal. You can see the team just huddled together as he walks off, does Carlson, then pleased with that early breakthrough. It's exactly what you want. Dismiss the high-scoring, quick-scoring, informed batter of the opposition. It's a big wicket early doors for the Bears.
The batters are coming from the dressing room rather than the dugout away to our left-hand side.
It's quite hot in the dugout.
Is it?
Yeah.
You've been down there?
Yeah, I've been down there. Just I went to the sound tent to go see our friends over there, and it's pretty hot
Warm
in there as well.
the sound tent, yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very warm. There's lots of equipment and things in there that probably doesn't help as
There
well.
were 3 fans in there. Did any of them ask for your autograph?
Well, I couldn't say. Couldn't say.
Kellaway is the new batter. who was out there in his shorts earlier, standing by the stumps, visualising what he's going to do. It'll be interesting to see if he chooses to do exactly that.
You see that more and more now, don't you? This visualisation thing.
Yeah.
Lots of players do it. Manifesting the shots before they're going to happen.
I think it's fine until you've got Richard Gleeson bowling 90-mile-an-hour darts at you from the other end. Here he is. Lovely piece about Gleeson this week as well, I was reading. I mean, it wasn't the best ball in the world. It was wide and it was pacey, and the shot made it look close. But that completes the second over, and Glamorgan has 17 for 1. Wokes is going to get a second over from the far end.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I mean, he bowled reasonably well that first. I was unlucky to concede the boundary that he did through that slip reach, and he's got sort of protection. He's got a short third that's quite fine. And fine leg inside the circle as well.
Gleeson's got a bit tighter here as well at the edge of the circle, in case there's another edge that's found. That's in the air. Mosley's on fielding duty.
There was not a lot of conviction in that drive from Smell, was there? He wasn't in control. It was aerial, and it could have gone anywhere really. But encouraging signs for the batter. They don't mind it for the bowler. I beg your pardon. They never really mind it. Opening seam bowlers when they see the batters driving, especially here with a few attacking fielders in the circle.
Onto the back foot this time.
Glamorgan will be aware as well of the past scores, the average scores at this ground. They know it's a high-scoring ground, and they've opted to bat first as well, so they'll have a number in mind. And every over that passes where they can't achieve the desired scoring rate, put a bit of pressure on themselves to play some big shots. Could play into the Bears' hands.
Oh, lovely ball. Lovely delivery from Wokes. Just held that back a bit. Lovely line, bit of movement.
It's a travesty of the highest order that he's not going to be bowling to Pakistan later on this summer. Here at EdgBLASTon as well, the test match in September, the third test. Just beautiful shape. What an artist with the ball.
New books out soon. Story of the Wizard.
Yeah, I saw that advertised.
22nd of October, I think it's out.
Yeah.
I did message straight away. Signed copy coming my way. He hasn't replied. No, he said yes. Bless him. The nicest man in the world. He's not going to say no, is he?
He doesn't say no.
He won't end up selling any because everyone will go, can I have one? He'll go, yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. Just buy it, everybody.
Indeed. Edge, and again, well, the slipper's now gone, and it's gone between Smith and Gleeson. It's like you said at the end of that first over, there wasn't actually a shot in anger, and he conceded 9 runs. Here, this has been an excellent over. Still 6, though.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but again, you can't let it throw you off your game plan, because you are winning. Okay, the batter's got a fortuitous boundary down to deep third, but just if you got a little bit more on that, for example, the thicker, it was going straight to short third, and you look like a genius. So you just got to hang in there. You don't mind the batters playing shots. Keeps you in.
Yeah, Smells on to 13 with that boundary. Oh, that's a big hit. And that is into the construction site. Huge shot from Smell on to 19. 6 to finish the over. 12 from what was ostensibly a very good over from Chris Wokes, who's walking off looking mildly bewildered at Blast Cricket, I think.
Yeah, it was a really good shot. I mean, it's just a little bit fuller on that occasion from Chris Wokes, and again, easy for the batter to go down on one knee and just line it up, hit the ball through the line towards that short boundary. Remember, Wokes is bowling from the Birmingham end, and that from that end you're defending the short boundary when you're bowling to the right-hander, and that's the third one into the construction site today. We've nearly halfway there to the target.
7 for me, yeah.
I think the Bears will get me to my, what did I say, 52? 15? What was
15.
it? 15.
white ball here that's 3 overs old. That must be quite tricky.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you pick one that's too old, then maybe that bit of swing that's there at the moment will have gone.
Yeah.
But too new, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, I think the bowler should just get to choose whatever it is, really. It's the batter's fault for losing. It's like we play backyard cricket. Whoever loses the ball, you're out.
Here's Bo Webster. You also play one-handed off the wall as well, don't you? So I don't think we could do those kind of things.
No, one hand, one construction site. Maybe.
Here's the slug. Well, that short boundary gets a peppering for 6. Put down in the crowd, sir. With the man bun, he's put that down. He knows. Look, he's annoyed with himself for putting that one down.
I know. How could a man with a David Beckham circa Real Madrid era hairstyle put that ball down? But if you're in that stand, just be careful, guys. The ball can come in your direction. The batters are going to target it. Look at that. Just opened the face so nice. It was a terrific shot.
Here's Webster again. This time into the leg side for 4. Kellaway getting in on the act now. Pulled away.
And he's come out attacking, hasn't he? Second ball, 6 over extra cover. Next ball pulled out to mid-wicket for 4. And targeting the power play, targeting Bo Webster immediately, who's now on the back foot. Again, it's tough. I mean, talk about defending the short boundary into the leg side, defending it into the offside's hard as well. If a batter is so adept at opening the face and lofted cover drives and things like that that have become just commonplace in modern T20 cricket. It's a challenge for sure. Now Bo Webster's going to make sure he's got his field exactly where he wants it.
Kai Smith's coming up as well.
Kai Smith coming up to the stumps. Actually, I think he's getting a helmet so he's ready for that.
Well, it just means you can't move, you can't use your feet quite as much, can you? So
it's just another thing to
when
think
he's going to bowl
about.
spin. No, he's going to bowl spin. That's why he's coming up. I love this.
He can just switch from seam to spin.
This is what the slug is here for. Because he can basically do whatever he wants.
We keep wicket as well if he wants to.
Your seam ups go for 10, so you go, I know, we'll just have a bit of spin instead. Oh, and he almost got a wicket with it as well. It was a despairing dive, and in the end, Mosley will stop it reaching the boundary ropes, and it will just be 2 runs.
Kellaway hasn't changed his intent at all here, as he's still targeting Webster. He's decided this is the over he wants to go after him. Oh, missed that one.
Despairing dive from Zen Malik, wasn't it?
And last one, he just attempted the reverse sweep again. This time Webster got through him, so not the stumps, but beaten the bat. Give him a bit of confidence.
Kellaway pleased to be playing a shorter ball. Shorter ball from Webster, hammered. Yates allows there to be 1. Well, that's better. So the spinners so far brought 3 runs off of 3 balls.
Yeah. Handy to have that skill, isn't it?
I'm just in awe of the man.
There's only one thing more impressive than that. That's bowlers who can bowl both left-handed and right-handed, ambidextrous bowlers.
Have we asked him if he can do that? I reckon he probably can. He can do anything. Oh, there's a bit of a full toss. Oh, and the fielder was there and he's moved. And it goes to the ropes for 4. So that's 4 overs gone, 46 for 1. Kellaway's on 13, Smale on 23. As things stand, we have an objection to your comment.
Oh, okay.
We don't have an objection. Artif, was that intentional?
Yeah, of course it was.
Because Ben Kellaway does bowl both. He
Ben
bowls
Kellaway
left and right arm finger spin.
There we go.
Oh, does he?
There we go.
Yeah.
See, I was just teeing myself up.
Well, that's not fair, is it?
Joins a pantheon of greats. Another one from South Africa, Gregory Maklakwana. Watched him in the Mzansi Super League a few years back.
He just wanted to get his pronunciation into show us that he
Mzansi
could.
Super League. Do you remember when he got Shpagiza T20 League as well? He got Shpagiza T20 League. He's got Mbangi. Sorry, say it again.
Mzansi. It's
Mzansi.
South Africa.
Of course.
Gleeson having his second over. This time he's swapped ends. Ooh, and a little attempt at a scoop or a ramp or whatever you want to call it from Kellaway. He really is playing a shot ball, isn't he?
He is playing a shot ball. I was just going to say, they don't give those awards away for nothing, do they?
No, you basically sit at home, watch every cricket
game
league
of
going
cricket.
around the world, and someone says, "Oh, have an award for watching cricket."
Oh, God.
46 for 1. Short. Oh, and he's got anything on that. Well, it's an acrobatic dive from Kai Smith. It was a bit of movement as well. Back into the batter.
There's a bit of a false defiance about the batter as well, though, because it's the pace of Gleeson. It doesn't give you the time to adjust your feet. You don't have time to get into position as you'd like to, and then you sort of play a shot with the conviction that isn't really there. It's not as efficient, and we saw that on that occasion from Kellaway. He was just up on his toes. He started so quickly. He's just slowed down a touch with those few dots in there. Again, very little foot movement, as you notice. Under edge on the bounce to short 30. Don't see the sort of the classical movement for a cut shot, the back and across. But he is looking good here, Kellaway. What I don't know about him is, can he also bat left and right-handed? No, he can't. Okay, so he bats just the one way, but he can bowl left and right-handed, which is so impressive.
Can you separate his bowling figures for me from left and right? I just want to see what he's better at. Gleeson run down towards third, and Wokes is inside the circle and rather energetically cuts that off. Just 2 singles from the over so far.
It's becoming more and more common, isn't it, in modern cricket? People who can do extraordinary things like bowl with both arms and things like that. I remember many years ago watching the under-15s World Cup on television, back when it was on television, these kind of things, and there was a bowler from Pakistan who could bowl with both arms, and it was, just groundbreaking at the time. This would have been mid-90s, I think.
Wide, cut away, got the treatment it probably deserved there from Gleeson. Short, wide, outside the off stump, and dispatch for 4.
It's disappointing, really. It was a good over up until that point. Boundary will bring up the 50.
Does, in only 4.5 overs, so 29 ball, 50.
Just a little bit of room outside off. Any room outside off towards, they just throw their bats at it.
These two have had 35 off 18 so far. Last ball of Gleeson's over, 6 from it to date. Full. And clubbed into the leg side, just be 1. That completes the over. 53 for 1, 7 from it from Gleeson. Partnership moves on to 36. Glamorgan 53 for 1. Good power play so far from them. 1 more over to go. The question is, are we going to see some spin for the last over of the power play? We obviously saw a bit from Webster. Well, half of an over. I wonder if we're going to see Dan Mosley have a little bowl, and I think we are we? Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. Dan Mosley,
There's
I think.
the cap to reveal that blonde hair.
Yeah. He's good with the darts.
Certainly is. 53 for 1.
Curious to see if he can just nip another wicket out here for the Bears in the power play, just to salvage a little something, because it feels like Glamorgan have taken control of the power play after that early wicket from Chris Wokes.
How many wickets has the Mouse taken this campaign?
He's taken 3, but I'll touch upon it after this ball.
It's in the air, but it's going to go over the fielder and go for. He's not played that many games, though, has he?
He hasn't, but the issue has been the economy.
Yeah.
That has been the issue for Dan Mosley this season. He's gone at over 10 per over, 10.18.
And what was his previous?
So
economy?
last season, he tends to go around about 8.
Yeah.
Which, again, for a spin bowler is a little bit more expensive than usual, especially compared to, let's say, Usman Tariq.
In the air, but not quite to Thompson.
But that's why. It's because he very much just zips the ball in. It's not really off spin as such. It's more just, it's almost slow pace. I know it's not slow, but a lot of it is seam up and just darting in those arm balls as opposed to looking to extract a degree of turn.
He does also bowl in the power play, doesn't he? So he's probably going to get carted a little bit more, isn't he? And he does bowl them a bit quicker in the power play. Well, he does give it a bit of flight. He can get some turn, but he doesn't tend to do that much. Well, there he is, bowling one with a little bit of flight in the power play. He also just rushes through these overs, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got that variation, but also when he's in good rhythm, he can build that pressure on batters just by very quickly getting through your over. And you look up and he's bowled 1. You look down, he's bowled 5 balls. That's not going to help though.
No, wides don't help.
Now, looking for a big comeback here for Dan Mosley.
Ooh, and it's another dot ball. 1 to come in the over then.
That's a superb 3 dots in this last over of the power play. Couldn't ask for much more than that.
59 for 1.
Can he get out of this without conceding another boundary?
Well, it would become a very good over. Oh, that's got to be. Surely.
It's pitching outside leg.
Ooh, you went early with a going outside leg. I thought that wasn't too bad, but umpire's not interested anyway. So that completes the power play. 59 for 1. Aaron, are you with us for power play? How many dot balls, etc., please?
I am indeed with you for the power play. So that's a pretty decent one for Glamorgan. The average here at EdgBLASTon this season, around about 58 for 1, as we'll just see some of the boundaries scored by the likes of Smale, Carson early doors, and of course Ben Kellaway. We've got plenty of his shots coming up. The dot balls have been tallying up though here for Glamorgan, 13 to date, but they've counterpunched it. They've counterpunched it with a flurry of 4s and 2 enormous 6s. So I think this is the right decision that we're about to see. Usman Tariq, he was fantastic at Sophia Gardens. Let's see what he has in store for us this evening.
Highlight of the night comes now. Usman's arrival into the attack. You just never know quite what's coming.
Yeah, mystery spinners keep you guessing, and that's a huge part of their impact and appeal as well. Be curious to see how Kellaway and Smale continue now post power play. He took all the pace of that one. The batter, it was almost shell-shocked by how slowly the ball came on. Not just how quickly, slowly the ball came on off the wicket, but how slowly the ball came off the bat down to long on.
That's in the air. Is he going to get there or not quite? Chasing in from the boundary rope, just not able. Rob Yates, the fielder.
That's what Usman Tariq does as well. He gets those toe-end shots off the batters, just mixes up his pace. So difficult to time.
That's perfect placement from Smale. 4 more, moves to 29. Score on to 66 for 1. Boundary in Usman Tariq's first over.
Sort of slightly accidental, wasn't he? Because he's trying to go down the ground and then just got a almost sort of thick inside edge of the bat that travelled so quickly to that short boundary between the 2 fielders. A little bit fortuitous, perhaps.
It looks a fairly undefendable boundary rope, I think, is to be fair. And we saw it earlier today. That was the case too. There's 1 more to the total.
Yeah, it's one of those where if you pick out the fielder, it's fortunate for them. But if you don't, then it's probably either side of the fielder. It's always going to be 4 or 6.
50 partnerships up for these two. And that's going to be 1 more to the total. Very expensive for Usman Tariq. 9 off the over. 68 for 1. And will it be Mosley again? That's the question.
Well, curious choice here for Bo Webster. He can lean on a few different people, but he, I think he's going to go with Thompson.
Jordan. Yeah, Jordan
Thompson's going to come in now. Just mixing things up, and you don't mind that at all.
Okay, over number 8, and we have our first guest of the day.
Hello.
You can talk to us about that boundary in a minute. We will introduce you after this first ball. Oh, great stop from Kai Smith. That was quick from Thompson. Little touch on it too. Katie George is here, captain. Are you skipper?
I know, yeah, first time in a long time. So
How was that?
Good fun. Yeah, a bit rusty, but yeah, it was all right.
And how do you defend that boundary? Is the answer with great difficulty?
You don't really, do you?
Yeah, it was a real challenge. Well, you found it a few times with the bat today as well.
I did, yeah. To be honest, I haven't got... If it's a bit bigger, I'm in trouble.
69 for 1.
How did you find the pace of the wicket while you were out there as well? Because it looks pretty solid, pretty good.
Yeah, I think they've been really good all year, to be honest. We've enjoyed playing at home. We've had not the best T20 campaign, but our results and kind of how we've gone about things at home have been pretty solid. So, yeah, no, it's been good. With the short boundary, obviously, look to target that, but obviously there's still so much space that you can exploit the other side as well.
Picked it up, and it's going to go to the ropes for 4. Another good shot for Smale, on to 34. And obviously today, maiden blast 50.
Yeah, I didn't know that, to be honest. Yeah, I was surprised. New role for me, kind of being at the top of the order, probably because we've had a couple of injuries that have affected our batting lineup a little bit, so kind of been bumped up, which has been nice. It's been new.
Did you enjoy that? Are you happier further down the order, or?
I'm happy to go where the coach tells me, to be honest with you.
That's what every coach likes to hear. Oh, there's a chance. No, that's going all the way, is it? No, just dropped short for 4 more. Well, I thought that it was a 6. Amon's got a slightly better view than me.
Just over the rope over there, towards the longer boundary in front of the Hollies. But
was there Malik in from the rope a little bit?
Yeah, he was. I mean, so you wonder if that's the way to go. I mean, maybe they're looking for the miscue and the chance off the miscue in the deep, so you kind of want him maybe about 5 to 10 yards off the boundary. But on that occasion, maybe the sun is also setting in the opposite direction. It's very hard to pick it out. It's only just 6 though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. 79 for 1. Really good start here for Glamorgan. Going to be 1 more to the total.
I like these changes of pace actually from Jordan Thompson. It's not had a tremendous amount to show for it for this over, but he does adjust really well. He's one of those cricketers who can just change a little thing about the game.
Were you happy with the total that you posted today?
I think we were pretty happy. Probably 10 more would have been nice.
Yeah.
I think they at times bowled really well and made it difficult for us to get those flushed.
Yeah, splashed away for 4.
Yeah, to kind of get those big overs. But we were relatively happy, and I think in our bowling innings we probably had the similar issues to what we've had all year in the T20 Blast. We've had some good overs, but trying to string those together and to build some pressure has been a bit of a challenge for us. And I think we saw today that they got above the rate, and it was very difficult to get them down, and especially with the short boundary that we had today, you have to go away from the stumps quite quickly from the far end, which is annoying because it takes away dismissals.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
So, and then you're kind of chasing the game to try and create dots and to create a bit of pressure, but then obviously when you're so far ahead of the game so early, I think Georgia Adams batted beautifully on that wicket, so you're always chasing, and I think we did really well to actually kind of take those wickets quite regularly to kind of take it deep into the game, but unfortunately we were just short. Probably 10 runs would have made it quite interesting.
Yeah, certainly would. Don't forget to like the stream as well, guys, if you are watching on, as that swept for just the 1. There was some power in that, for sure. You also had a lot of bowlers at your disposal today. You had 8, really, didn't you, potentially?
I did, yeah. It's a little bit tricky in T20 cricket to kind of juggle and to kind of make sure that you use them at the right times.
He's got him. He has. He's got the edge.
What a
As
catch.
Tariq strikes again. Excellent from Kai Smith as well. And Kellaway's gone. Well, 32 on the board from 19 balls. He's on his way though. And as ever, it's that man, Usman Tariq.
Yeah, it's a terrific delivery. Just held its line a little bit. Maybe just moved away a touch off the surface, as Kellaway was trying to line it up for another one of those lofted shots out towards that short boundary. That was his plan, but just a little faint nick on that. Kai Smith makes no mistake behind the stumps. Those are tricky because it's coming quicker than you think, and it's deviating a tiny bit as well because it's taking that little edge. So he's taking it really, really well as Kai Smith. Usman Tariq gets a chance to do his theatrical bow once more. And that's an important wicket for the Bears, breaking up that partnership and sending the dangerous Ben Kellaway back to the dugout, or maybe the changing room. Actually, he doesn't like the dugout, does he? Yeah.
No, Asa Tribe is coming in to bat. What do you make of Usman Tariq and that style and the way he delivers?
I think it's brilliant. I think he's also been so effective, which is the more important thing, isn't it? And I think looks like he's a real character as well. And you want those people that kind of come into the battle with you and kind of create those chances, create those moments in games. And he certainly seems to be someone that loves being that person.
It felt as well in that game today that because of the injury, of course, to the wicket, there were going to be one short. So kind of almost one more wicket would have potentially just broken the game open. But obviously, it just that sixth wicket partnership almost just took the game away, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think Nancy Harmon kind of accessed that short boundary really well.
Did you enjoy captaining today? I know not winning is tricky, but actually, did you enjoy that kind of whole process of it?
I mean, I prefer G being captain. It means that I can kind of go about my business and give her a few thoughts if I've got any. But yeah, it was good fun. I think the girls were brilliant. They were very helpful. Always kind of looking. It's the worst thing when you, especially with right hand, left hand, where you're trying to get someone's attention. So yeah, no, it was good. I like the tactical side of the game. So yeah, no, it was good fun. But hopefully, it's not a regular thing.
86 for 2. Good over from Usman Tariq so far. He wasn't far away from grabbing his second wicket of the over there.
Just squared him up, didn't he? Again, just not reading the movement off the surface. It's tough when you just come in, never mind if you've been out there a while. And Usman Tariq just changing his delivery ever so slightly each time.
That's up in the air. Oh, what a catch! It's brilliant! And who else but Bo Webster? One-handed. It's a stunning catch. And he's on his way, tried for one. And it's 87 for 3.
That is sensational. It had to be the tallest man on the field. Full stretch. That ball, Usman Tariq induces the false shot. It scoops up in the air and it's going away from him in the air as well, sort of swirling away. But to judge it so perfectly, this is outstanding stuff. Just holds in the air, swirling away, full stretch, one arm, kind of taking it blind. That is sensational, Bo Webster. Is there anything this guy can't do?
No, I think we've already established that. 87 for 3. Nine overs gone. What did you make of that?
Pretty good, that wasn't it, James?
That was an understatement from Katie George.
You're always happy when they stick.
Yeah, very much so. We've been talking about Bo and just kind of the all-round package of what he brings to this team in terms of, well, yeah, okay, my first couple of balls get smacked for 4 and 6, I'll just bowl spin instead, or the way he goes about his batting, and then we've just seen the fielding as well.
He's got that aura, hasn't he? I think some people have it. Hell of a grab.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And back up to his feet as well so quickly.
So they're losing wickets here, 87 for 3. Sean Dixon is the new batter. Smale on to 44.
Again, with those couple of wickets, an opportunity here for the Bears to just squeeze for a few overs. These are the phases of the game where 200 becomes 180 and 180 becomes 160. If you can just take advantage of that downward trajectory in the scoring. I quite like the sunglasses that Dan Mosley's bowling in. They're not like the ones that you sort of see a lot of players wearing, the sort of Oakley style ones. They look quite I don't know, they look quite sort of disco-y to me.
Did you remember V from many years ago? They're very V glasses, I think, the sci-fi programme where they used to eat mice. No?
I've not seen V.
You're all too young for that, aren't you? Okay.
Sorry.
We'll move on. Did you play in shades? You had shades on today, did you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Cool captain.
I think it was just sunny.
It's good though, people can't see what you're thinking. If they can't see your eyes as the skipper, that's good.
I don't think my body language is always the most subtle. It's a nice thought, but...
Why are you 99?
When I was younger, I really liked the 99, as in like the ice cream.
Okay.
Oh,
I did
nice.
wonder if that may have been the reason.
Obviously now it's like £3, isn't it? But
Well, it
And the
depends.
rest. That's a cheap one. Where are you getting those from?
That's pretty good, isn't it?
but yeah, my birth year is 99, and I really like ice cream, so it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, that's how you make someone feel depressed in the space of a few seconds. People born in 99. Wowzers.
And she doesn't know what B is either.
No, well, that's not surprising now I know she was born in 99. That's the end of the over. 10's gone. Are you leaving us, Artif?
I am indeed.
Okay. Artif's on the way. 91 for 3 after 10 overs. Third straight over for Usman Tariq. Just paddled round the corner by Dixon. And it goes all the way to the ropes for 4. That was a delicate shot.
It was. I think it would have only have gone for 4 today with that short boundary. You're almost expecting kind of a 2 as a bowler. You're pretty happy with that, but it'd be interesting to see if he reacts with the field now. Fine leg's just gone in.
And it goes the other way, reverses it for 4. I suppose that's how you deal with that, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's sometimes with mystery spin, it's a good way, if you're not quite sure what the ball is doing, is to go to those sweeps and reverses. You see someone like Ben Duckett do it very well.
So to say Usman Tariq's not going to get his 4 for 12 that we thought he was going to get today.
So he's done a 2 for 12, a 3 for 12. So we thought today the improvement might be 4 for 12, but maybe we just get the 4 wickets today. That would be quite
That'd be
handy,
nice.
wouldn't it? Is it quite tricky captaining 20 overs because everything happens so quickly?
I think so, yes, but you can also try and create time by doing the boring things well, of getting through your overs. So people getting set kind of in the field, and then you actually sort of buy back time so that in those important moments you can speak to your bowler and be really clear in your plan.
Yeah.
And it's doing those things and that create that time, because if you're slow and you're chasing the game, it's awful. The last thing you want as a bowler is having to bring one up. In the women's game with only 4 out, having to bowl to 3 is pretty tricky.
That can be quite harsh if you're not on time, can't it? It's a real punishment, I think, that actually works to encourage you to bowl quicker. That's a flatter ball, a quicker ball from Usman Tariq. Completes the over. Well, a couple of boundaries at the start and then 4 dot balls to follow. 99 for 3 after 11 then. So 9 remaining. You seem to just be getting going today. Once you got past the 50, it was like there was a little bit of a slowness in the upper 40s, and then once you got past the 50, it was like, oh, here we go. And then Amanda Jane Wellington just sent one up floaty.
She actually bowled the quicker one.
Oh, was the quick one that
got
got
me?
you?
Yeah, I didn't know she had it in her. Yeah, no, I got stuck a little bit. I hit a couple of fielders and
On 48 you did, didn't you? It was like, oh, come on.
That was pretty annoying. And then I did that. I kind of went access my sweeps, which is something it's probably not my first option. I tend to look more down the ground, but kind of Wello was bowling a bit slow, which was working really well, and there was a little bit of turn, so sort of targeting that short boundary with my sweeps was the best way to go about it.
Even bringing out that reverse as well. We saw that.
Hit the fielder though, so I don't get any runs for that.
How do you divide kind of that aspect of performance as well as balancing kind of the pressure of being captain? Like, how do you come into the game? What's your mentality with that?
Oof. I think sort of in terms of batting, it doesn't change too much. My job is to score runs on the day, regardless if I'm captain or not, so nothing changed in terms of prep and kind of checking out my videos of the bowlers that I'm probably going to likely face in the power play and things like that. I think you probably think a little bit more about the total that you're trying to achieve, but you're kind of doing that anyway as you're batting. The person out there, or the two out there, are, you know, the best people to know kind of what you're building towards. And obviously you get a little bit of feedback from the bench. But you probably just think a little bit more kind of, what am I happy defending? Kind of where do I think we need to be?
I'm pleased you said that, because we did have the discussion. What would you be thinking when you went out there to open the batting? And we kind of said she'll just be wanting to lead from the front probably and score runs to set the team up as nicely as possible.
Yeah, but I'd say that's probably in my mindset every game.
Yeah.
That's my job. I think I'm someone, sort of me as a cricketer, is that I try and lead from the front whether I've got the captain or not. That's kind of the type of character I am, and I think it's when I play my best cricket, whether that's with the bat. I've not bowled this year, but planning to later on in the year. So
oh wow, yes, so you'd have been a ninth option bowling today.
I don't think we would have had the same makeup. Hopefully, 9 bowlers is crazy.
Quick word on Sophie Beach as well. I mean, when she took that catch, I've never seen someone run so excitedly, and you all were coming over and ruffling her cap and all the rest. It was a lovely moment.
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment, and those are the ones that you remember. And you know, it was a special day for her T20 debut. So really pleased with how she went behind the stumps, and you know, I thought she looked really positive with the bat as well. She got out her reverse sweeps to the seamers, which, you know, T20 debut, it shows the fearlessness of the youth, I guess.
104 for 3, 12 overs gone, and it's Smale on 48. Thompson's back into the attack. Oh, well, that's another one for the construction site, I think. New ball required, and a 50 for Smale, who's on to 54 from 34 balls, 110 for 3.
Yeah, Smell in the last couple of overs, probably just nudging it to fielders, not really finding his gaps, but put on pace, and he feels pretty comfortable again.
We've been curious as to, it's like one got dispatched after 3 overs. How do you find a ball that's only got 3 overs in it, a white ball?
I think you just use a brand new one.
Is that the thing?
I think it's first 6 overs you get
a brand new one.
You get a brand new one, and it's first 10 overs of 50 over game. But they have a box of spares, so the home team is in charge of the kind of box, and you can use them to then create spares. So at the start of the season, you're kind of then try and create some spares, different options. Kind of happens quite naturally. You don't really, I mean, I certainly don't think about it twice. They just kind of appear.
Well, that's one to add to the construction site.
It is, yep. Which is up to 4 now? 4. Okay. We had a little thing earlier how many would end up in the construction site today.
Could be a few.
We're up to 4. We're up to 4 so far. I think there was 2 from your match. So
I don't think we're going to reach Arthur's 15.
no, Artist 15 is not in the game, I don't think. 110 for 3. That's a lovely shot, that. It's going to beat the fielder as well. Even Bo Webster, as good as he is, can't cut that off. And it's 4 more to the total, 114 for 3. This wicket seems really good and true, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's what you expect at EdgBLASTon, isn't it? Good batting surface, a little bit in it. If you bowl in the right areas, hold your stumps. But it's nice that it's your home ground, that's for sure.
And we're talking about Arlett earlier as well, just being perfectly still, and it's worked out really well.
Yeah, he's gone. Moved across his stumps, did Smale. And Thompson fires it in. And we say he hit the top of off stump. Well, the bottom's equally as good. 114 for 4. Smale's on the way, bowled by Thompson. 458.
We talked about moving a lot in the crease, and Smale's just done exactly that, trying to put off Thompson in his line and length and trying to just move around, play that 360. But Thompson watching early, making sure he got slightly just down the leg side from Smale.
They don't rest, do they? 6 and a 4, you'd think, okay, well, I can probably just now milk the rest of this over, but it's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, we talk about creating those big overs. Certainly in the women's game, it would be the same for the men's game, of how can we get those 15 plus overs, and when you get the mindset of kind of having, can I hit a 6 or a 4 first up, because it just opens your whole over up, and it means that you can then go after those big overs rather than trying to catch up at the end of an over. And those overs tend to win games, that momentum shift that you can then bring into the next over, that bowler's under the pump.
Well, we've been having a discussion about the difference, or what's key now. We measure dot balls, we measure boundaries. which is the measure that, as a batter and as a captain, you're more interested in having control of?
It is a tricky one because you can bowl the dot balls if you want, but the other ball's going for 6 and 4, then it negates them. We look at dot ball strings, so can we get 3 dot balls on a batter? Because A, that gives the chance of them chipping one up is quite high. You know, there's a lot of pressure on someone. If you face 3 dots, you're going to be feeling it. So we talk about that a lot as a bowling group. Can we get those sort of mini maidens almost? And then with the bat, we certainly as a side, we look to be aggressive. We look to try and get that early boundary in the over. And it's like when there's a right hand, left hand, can we get the left hand on strike to the short boundary and vice versa?
Well, that's going to run away for 4. It's clipped by Jimmy Neesham, who I think nowadays is batting in glasses, isn't he? Catches up with all of us. 118 for 4.
Yeah, we talk about non-boundary strike rate. So when that's higher than the other team, you've got potentially a 60% chance of winning the game. So there's lots of stats like that we kind of look at and kind of target a couple. It's a little bit tricky when you do have the short boundary because it kind of messes with them a little bit.
Thompson coming round here. Short into the wicket. And it will just be 1 more to the total. 13 overs gone, 119 for 4. I was interested in you saying about watching videos of the bowlers you're likely to face. Every game? Is it always... Because obviously there's pictures from every game now. It's not like in the past where it was a bit of a mystery. You kind of know what everyone's up to, don't you?
Yeah, there's no secrets, I don't think. I think it depends on, the batter and the individual. I'm someone that would like to know kind of where I'm thinking my boundary options are before I step onto the pitch. Everyone has trends of where they want to bowl, what their plan A kind of is. So if you can get on top of that early and force them to do something different, you're winning that battle. And I think having that information beforehand is only a good thing, but it's very much up to the individual.
Fascinating. 119 for 4. Usman Tariq is going to bowl out this time from the pavilion end. Again, these are the tough calls, aren't they? Where, do we want his 4th over now and we've still got 6 to go? But I'm guessing if he could grab another wicket here, it kind of just opens things up. And that's a reverse. Beyond Gleeson for 4.
It's just trying to break up that momentum, isn't it? I mean, Usman Tariq, obviously, he's been very vital to the Bears' attack. We've seen this vitality of the last competition. So in trouble situations where you do want to break it up a little bit and ensure that, maybe you can get Neesham on strike a little bit more. I know he's just hit a lovely reverse, but making sure that you try and put him under pressure. Maybe that will also put some pressure on Smale as well to then go a bit bigger.
We also look at matchups and, the guys will be doing the same thing. So the batter will naturally score at a higher strike rate to whether it's seam or right arm, left arm, leg spinners, off spinners. So you look at those and you try and match them up when you can.
Oh, it's in the air, but no one's close enough. We were talking about matchups from a different perspective today, actually, and the one between Georgia Adams and Em Arlott, because of the 26 that then went for the first 2 overs, 25 were from Georgia. And we were like, is that a matchup that was very much in favour of Georgia Adams in this instance?
I think Georgia Adams batted very well early on and put a lot of pressure on our bowlers. I think, from a bowling perspective, Em Arlott's a hell of a bowler and we want her with the new ball, and sometimes in T20 cricket it goes well and sometimes you miss by a little bit. I think, there was one shot that went for 4 and it was off the top of the stumps, and you look as a bowler that you can't do an awful lot there. Sometimes you have to put your hands up.
Great bit of fielding from Zen Malik. Talk us about Amu Suran Kumar, because she must be an absolute delight to captain and be on the field with, because she just A, seems to play with a massive smile on her face, but B, it's kind of 110 miles an hour cricketer, isn't she?
Yeah, I really like Amu. I think she's really grown as well as a person, and kind of that confidence is now kind of portraying on the pitch, which is really nice to see. And I think, her talent and her ceiling as an all-rounder is really exciting, and it's trying to encourage and facilitate and kind of enable her to kind of access that and believe in herself and kind of go out there and play with the freedom that you guys kind of see up here.
Just remembering how young she is as well. Here's Usman Tariq, and he chipped it, but and he didn't quite get there to it. It was all happening in slow motion. So he misses out on a wicket at the end of his spell, but it's 2 for 26 for Usman Tariq. 125 for 4 then after 14 overs. Here's our guest. Look, Katie, you can see her on screen. It's time to subscribe and to like. So, of course, the thumbs up and the subscription so that whenever there's Bears TV, you get your notification. And don't forget you can join us for all of the live action. Who knows? There might be a quarter-final for the men, possibly. If everything moves in the right direction, we'll get an update on those scores from Aaron shortly to find out how things are going. And it's going to be Dan Mosey again who's going to bowl from the Birmingham end.
At 14 overs, what are we thinking as a target score for Glamorgan here?
Oh, this is our other game we like to play. 6 overs to go. What do we think?
I think short boundary, you're looking at 10s, 12s, aren't you?
Umpire gave that some thought. I'm assuming that was the tilt of the head, as if to say, well, maybe, but it's a dot ball from Mosley. It's going to be a single. So you reckon what, something around 190 maybe?
I think so. I think we saw it sort of in the women's game that sometimes gives you a nice sort of base. Obviously the men have got a little bit more six hitting ability than we do. So you probably add on a few to the total from there.
Did you see Laura Harris the other day?
Yeah,
first hand.
Saw her last year here as well.
Yeah.
Much prefer having her on our team than the opposite.
I much preferred it here when you played them this season. That was much more like how it should be. Aaron, where are you going? Where are you going on score? What are you?
Oh, right. I thought you were kicking me out of the comms box.
No.
Oh, score-wise, it's a difficult one. They have got some good finishers. Dan Douthwaite immediately springs to mind. I'd say about 185.
Oh, okay. Gina, where are you going?
Yeah, I was thinking about the 185, 190 mark, I reckon. They'll push for that 200, but I don't think they'll quite get that one.
Dixon just retaking his guard. He's on 14 off of 14. And that one is a wide. He's not getting away with that one. Did feel a bit for Sophie Beach today on her dismissal as well.
I think she hit it.
Glove.
I don't want to get in trouble with the umpires, but
well, I think I did. I said it was a terrible decision. I thought immediately she'd hit it. I was like, oh, that's unlucky. And then the finger was up. I was like, what? How?
She's an honest kid, and she came off and said that she hit it.
It looked like either under edge of the bat or glove, but another wide from Dan.
Bit of cat and mouse here. I think the plan with the field is pretty obvious what Mouse is trying to do. He's trying to go across that right-hander, but he's not quite biting and stepping across, which is what Mouse wants.
Even with the two wides, that's just 5 off the over, so you're quite happy at this point restricting the boundaries, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, at this stage of the game, you're going to probably expect to see the ball hidden away from that short side and hit into the longer side.
Just going to be one more to the total, so 5 to go, 131 for 4. Were you frustrated at the start of the blast not to be playing?
I was pretty crooked. I had a torn groin.
You were out of the way. Because you're 1 day form. I mean, wow.
Yeah, no, I was very happy. Unfortunately, went down with kind of a little groin strain, so that kept me out for 6 weeks, which was pretty annoying because I felt I was in good nick. And as a batter, you want to take that and kind of go as far as you can with it. So unfortunately, I missed the start of the blast, which was frustrating. I think Dav was also unavailable with a hamstring injury, and we had kind of people away with England Day. So
we were saying it's been quite hard to. You can only going to look back on the season really, because the fact that you've missed Dav, then Meg's in great form, and then she's injured. Karis, I said to her this morning, every time you seem to be coming to play, then you're dragged away for either England cover or England A. Alexa, it's like there's been this kind of and then injuries. It's almost like you've not been able to put your best 11 out there at probably any point in the Blast.
It's definitely a challenge, and it's something that's going to happen more and more with the cricket we play. But we also have a very good squad that are very capable of stepping up, and it's also the same for a lot of the teams, that we have people coming in and out, and that's where your plans of kind of how you want to go about things as a batting unit, as a bowling unit, it doesn't matter who fills in those spots, because the plan is key, how we go about the power play, how we attack the death, what we want to do in the power play with the ball. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a challenge, because obviously when your best players go, it's hard to replace them. But
well, Abby stepped up, hasn't she, to the plate, and a few have when that's been required.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's first or second. Top.
She's slipped to third.
Slipped
I think
to third.
now.
Oh God. Yeah, no, she's been brilliant. I think she's really relished that opportunity at the top of the order. It's been great. She's great to open with. We're good friends off the pitch, so yeah, it's been nice to bat with her. I always enjoy it. So yeah, sad that she's slipped down to third. I'm sure she'll be sad about that, but it's not always about the stats.
I'm not really sure what to say about that shot, really. I can't work out if that's just pure filth or kind of good fortune, or yeah. Dixon knows how to get the ball around the ground, doesn't he?
Just going back to Abby Freeborn, obviously we've spoken a lot about the players that have stepped up to that plate, but the youngsters who have stepped up to that plate, so obviously we've talked about Sophie Beach. Now looking at your campaign, maybe it's a bit early on, but for next year, do you feel ready that your young squad is a perfect foundation for a better campaign for
Absolutely,
next year?
they're growing every year, aren't they? So, you know, different people are stepping up, and whether it's with the bat or with the ball, and in those big moments, they're going to be better off for it.
I think we worked out that you had an average age of 22 and a half, was it? 22 and a half today, which is
crazy.
One of the youngest squads in the whole of the UK. So I think that's something to be really proud of.
Yeah, and I think, you know, getting to finals day last year with the squad, there's a nice blend of kind of, I mean, even the experienced players are, you know, mid-20s. So I think that as a ceiling, as a team, is pretty high. And I think, you know, this group of players, if they stay together for the next few years, like, you're kind of targeting back-to-back finals days and things like that.
It's going to be another wide, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so.
And as much as you hate losing, they do say that you learn more from losing than winning. So there's been a few harsh lessons probably this year in the T20 Blast. It's a lot about momentum, I find, in T20 cricket, and obviously not getting off to the best start. It's hard to, when the games come so thick and fast, it's hard to change that.
I was saying as well, it doesn't help one of your four teams that you play twice are Blaze and Surrey. So someone's really had a little go there and not made your life very comfortable.
Yeah, but you want to play against the best teams, because that's how you win trophies. And I think, you know, we played Surrey here and we outperformed them. And then you go down to their place and Laura Harris had a day out, and you have to go, you know what, get back on the bus and we go again. That
Laura Harris moment here was majestic. It was the hatching of the plan, which had obviously already predetermined. Mm-hmm. The execution of it to perfection.
That ball went high, I'll tell you that for free.
Well, obviously you played a big part in taking the catch. You seem to have time to steady yourself for that one. It was like, yes, she's got herself into position, ready to go.
I think in those kind of, you know the weight of that catch. You don't want Laura Harris to be out there for too long. So trying to get in a good position early, it gives you the best chance of catching it, doesn't it?
One ball to come in this over. 1-4-3 for 4. Chris Wokes cutting a fairly frustrated figure. Those edges in his first 2 overs could have led to wickets. It's down the ground. It's got plenty of zip on it, but I think they're going to cut it off. And they do. Excellent bit of fielding from Rob Yates. They do get through for 2. Dixon's on 24, Neesham on 15. 145 for 4 then, 4 overs remaining. Let's want some bat tape. Surely most people just... bat tape was a thing of the past. Nowadays you just get a new bat out, don't you?
No, we're very precious about our bats.
He clearly likes that one.
Yeah, I think Em had the other day, she had a bat, and I looked at it and it was like, you need to put that in the bin, and she was like, more tape, more tape.
Yeah, she looked like she was getting her levers going today a couple of
Her
times.
levers are unbelievable. She hits the ball one of the furthest in the women's game. It's so effortless.
That's exactly what we were saying. It's just so graceful. Like the way she plays is just literally there and it's gone.
Like me, I'm fighting for my life trying to hit it over that boundary.
Well, even their winning shot today stopped short of the boundary, didn't it? It was
It
like that
did.
far short of the rope.
Yeah, the umpires asked me if we were going to go and run them out, and I was like, nah.
No, it's fine.
We don't need to worry about our run rate. We're very much out.
It's like what you say. It is about momentum, this competition, isn't it? And you actually got it going again, didn't you?
We did. Yeah, we had a couple of bonus point wins, so we went on a roll and then won a tight game up at Lancs. So, yeah, not to be this year, but we've still played. It's hard. Sometimes you forget, don't you, that actually you have played some good cricket.
Some very good cricket. It's back to one day, back to 50 overs.
We've got the County Cup.
County Cup first, okay.
Kind of post 100. We've got the quarter final. I don't know who we're playing off the top of my head.
Aaron will know. Oh, no, we may have stumped him here. No, he does.
Yeah, I do know who we got. Tell you after.
You're going to say Surrey.
It is Surrey. It is Surrey at Portland Road.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. 146 for 4.
We played them last year, didn't we? So
Yes.
hopefully come out the other side of it. But yeah, and then we're back into 50 over cricket, and we're nicely poised in that.
Yeah, and what do you enjoy the 50 over more?
I just love cricket.
You just love playing cricket.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why I asked that question. You're a coach's dream, aren't you?
I think I'm 27, but I've had a few stress fractures. I've had 9 of them, so I've kind of got that kind of ignorance is
9
bliss.
stress fractures?
Yeah, like I've
Wow.
missed so much cricket, so I still have that enthusiasm to. I just want to play. It's hard to sit on the sidelines and kind of just watch. So yeah, all the time I'm out there, I'm enjoying life, because the alternative of not playing and being injured is much, much worse. Even on days like this, even when Laura Harris max 80 off 12 balls, it's still better to be out there.
It's going to be one more to the total, 152 for 4. And that obviously makes you kind of almost one of the elder stateswomen of the dressing room, doesn't it? With all of these 18, 19-year-olds.
The average age at
you've got
22.
in there.
It does.
Yeah. You don't really kind of tally all that up, really. So
It's crazy. I don't feel old, but
well, I don't
if
think you are
look,
old,
if you
really.
look through the squad, I'm like a grandma.
It's an exciting time to be a Bear, I think that's for sure. Well, that is ridiculous that he's got the ball there. I mean, that's Jimmy Neesham can do that. It's another 4 to the total, 156 for 4. Certainly keeping the crowd quiet. They all appeared on that far side. It's I think they've got a bit of shade over there. Must have been warm out there today.
It was, yeah. I was grateful for the official drinks break, to be honest with you, because we didn't have one at Surrey, and that was still 33 degrees.
Oh, really? They didn't allow one? Okay.
No, but today they did, so the umpires were my favourites today.
156 for 4.
It's better than being cold,
Well, I don't know.
promise you.
Yes, I suppose in April when it's
Hand warmers,
Yeah.
layers, it's not the one.
Going for a catch and just fielding in general, like my fingers, that's all I can think of, just fingers.
Yeah. So, although it's the only time you're allowed to put your hands in the pockets acceptable, so, pros and cons.
Yeah.
157 for 4 then. Here's a selection of bats coming out, I think, for Jimmy Neesham, or maybe they've just brought the tape out to see if there's a rescue job to be done. I think Gleeson's going to have another bowl from this end. So we've got 3 overs left to go. Wokes still has 1 available to him. Gleeson's got 2 to bowl. I think Mosley's got 1 left as well. No, Mosley's bowled all 4. There you go, the nod from the Stato in the corner. Average total.
Well, we spoke about it pre-broadcast, didn't we? So your average total here at EdgBLASTon is 184. Your average winning total, though, you're touching more towards 190. And, well, speaking of totals, just while we have got a little bit of a break here, we spoke about the importance of the Northamptonshire-Somerset game. Yeah, Somerset have got a target of 163 at the Cooper Associates County Ground. And looking at how things are going at New Road, it appears as though the Bears, in order to stay in the competition, need a Northants win.
Okay.
If Somerset were to win and Gloucestershire win, the Bears are out.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that because those games are one's slightly ahead, isn't it?
Yeah, Gloucestershire versus Worcestershire is in the 18th over.
Okay. 157 for 4. Here's Gleeson. 3 to go then. 18 balls. What can Glamorgan get to here? Down the ground for 1. How much do you leave the field setting at this point to your bowler?
I think we talk plans before the game, so we've got an idea of probably to specific batters if we want to do anything that's kind of not standard, if you like. And then sometimes you go on a little bit of gut. You know, as the bowler, how it's coming out. Sometimes your Yorkers land, sometimes they don't. Your slowies feel like they're getting a bit of grip. And obviously you have that information of bowling for, say, 15, 16 overs.
Oh, it's helped on its way. Lovely shot from Dixon for 4. Very clever.
And then obviously in the women's game we've only got the 4 out, so you do have to be a little bit more specific with having that one extra person in the ring. It means that you're almost always trying to shut one side of the ground down, and you know that the batter is likely to target that fifth fielder almost. So it's playing. Sometimes you're hashing your bets a little bit, but you're backing your best ball for as long as possible is the plan A, and then can you get hit to your field, and if they hit it over, fair enough.
Well, and when you're trying to defend a kind of boundary as small as we've got today, I mean, that's just like you said earlier, you don't really do. You just execute your plans as best you can, and
yeah, and you look to go to your wide plans. I think Hannah Baker, our leggy, she bowled really well to the short boundary, and she's bowled a lot of overs towards the short boundary this year, and I think she's done brilliantly. So yeah, we've got M who bowls wide plan really well. So the credit to the bowlers is kind of being prepared for that through the winter into the season to be able to execute those plans. It's no good having a plan if you can't do it.
And how do you feel about bowlers bowling 3 overs in a row?
In T20 cricket, they must be bowling well.
Well, yeah. See, that's a full ball from Gleeson, who's going to try and knock the stumps down, but not quite. I don't like it. I tend to find that the 3rd over usually gets carted a little.
I mean, if kind of no one bowled 3 overs in a row today for me, that's probably my preference as a captain. I don't like people to get lined up.
I'm here for that. That's cool. I think the majority, if you bowl a 3rd over, you're right. You're either bowling very well, but even then you very often get a bit of a tanking because they've kind of got you at that point after 12.
You get lined up.
Yeah, very much so. That's the word I was after. Lined up. Two to come in the 18th. 7 off the over so far. 50 partnership up between these two. Oh, Dixon's absolutely hammered that. What a shot for 4. Wow, that's brutal.
We've been seeing him clear a lot of room out to try and hit in that V, and I think finally in this over he's really been trying to target Gleeson and use that pace, and what a shot that is, straight back at him.
Yeah, if I was Gleeson, I'd get my hands out of the way of that. That's
smart guy.
Yeah, you're not stopping that, are you? Wow. You took a nice catch today as well?
Yeah, it was nice. Millie and I spoke about kind of really taking the pace off that ball, and I don't think she probably meant it to be a low full toss, but
as we said at the time, sometimes the best balls don't always get a wicket, and then the ones that you don't expect it. Has that gone all the way? No, I think it's just gone for 4. It's just gone for 4. Just short of the boundary rope. Dixon starting to motor here. 43, 2 overs to go. Neesham's on 23, 172 for 8. With 2 to go, suddenly that figure around 190, near 200 is looking really feasible. And it feels like a 200 kind of wicket and ground, doesn't it, as a slightly above par score?
I think Bears actually had an opportunity here to really, really capitalise, especially when they're getting wickets of Ace of Tribe. I think a couple wides here and there has actually kind of alleviated that pressure a little bit from Glamorgan, and it's just allowed Dickinson to kind of really go for it a little bit more.
Well, he certainly likes to. Wokes is going to bowl out today. He hasn't bowled out the last couple of innings, but he's going to bowl a 4th over. 172 for 4. He's coming round the wicket to Jimmy Neesham.
You can see why plan.
Talk us through it. Yeah, what's the idea here then?
Yeah, so you can kind of two options. You can stay over and kind of look to keep hiding it, but sometimes with the angle of coming round, it just keeps going away from you. You're kind of going into toes and then away to wide line to the right-hander. But I can't see him bowling straight to the right-hander when they're on strike, especially with how cleanly Dixon's hitted them.
Well, Neesham picks up a single.
Yeah, we'll see the field stay.
It is. I think we can say it's very little movement for a change between a right-hander and a left-hander. Dixon's just having a moment to assess. A long conversation between Ed Barnard and Chris Woakes as to what he wants. I'm guessing in this scenario as well, when you're dealing with Chris Woakes, Ed Barnard saying, look, yes, what do you want? Well, Gleason's coming in at third, inside the circle.
Yeah, you've actually given yourself almost two options. So you've got a deep point, you've got a deep cover.
So what do you think he's going to bowl here? Oh, well, it doesn't matter what you bowl with that, does it?
No. But with this field, you give yourself the option of bowling the straight Yorker or shifting wide. So you can, if I was bowling, I'd be looking at the batter. Can I see any movement? Because then I'd follow them. So I wouldn't want to give them an easy swing to the short boundary, because with that boundary, it's going to be 6. So I actually quite like this field. I think that was a very good shot, but it does give him kind of 2 balls that he can bowl.
I mean, it's literally a reverse flick, isn't it? It's nothing more than that.
On a pitch like this, you're just grateful to use a bit of pace.
Dixon on to 47 off 28. 177 for 4. Tries to hide it outside the off stump again, and it's a great stop from Woakes. Excellent bit of fielding off his own bowling. He leapt some distance there. Michael Jordan-esque.
Sprint chicken.
I mean, it says a lot, doesn't it? You've got bowling in this competition is quite wretched, really, isn't it? Because here we have a multiple world champion, you know, one of the great test bowlers, one of the great one-day bowlers, and here he is. He's gone for 40 off 3.5 hours. He hasn't actually bowled that badly. Oh, Dixon again. Look at that. Hammered down the ground for 4. It's definitely a batter's game, isn't it?
It is a batter's game. Yeah, I think you've almost got to embrace that challenge. I think as a bowler, you know that the batters these days are coming hard at you, and you know that sometimes it's very fickle. You know, Wokesy's had however many edges kind of early on to kind of mess his figures up, and then he's bowling sort of the donkey overs of coming in at the death where you've got such little room for error.
50 for Dixon, 51 off 30 balls. I'm surprised you want to pick the ball up and bowl again. I'd be like, you're okay. Certainly not in 20 overs. Slight adjustments to the field again. Dixon's taking his time. Moses come into the circle. Just backward a square on the leg side. Outside again, he gets a little edge on it. This time goes nowhere. I mean, in terms of wide Yorkers, that's pretty perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, and I personally prefer this field to wide Yorkers, because if he slightly misses, he is going to get lined up over long off. And if he needs to step across and hoik him over square leg, that's a very good shot. Whereas the easy thing is to shift over, get in line and hit over long off. So I think this gives him a little bit more cover to then execute that wide Yorker.
181 for 4. It's a single to finish the over. Woakes finishes with none for 45 from his 4. 1 to go then. 182 for 4. I hear you and the men's team all had pizza on Sunday, was it?
I actually have to admit, I jumped in my car and went to the final of the World Cup. So I did have.
Oh, okay, that's all right. That's not bad, is it?
I didn't actually have any pizza, but the girls said that they had a nice time, and it was good to kind of socialise and etc. etc. But yeah, I'm probably the worst person to ask, because I was probably on the M40. But yeah, I got there just in time to kind of see Australia on about 80 for 1, kind of cruising. So when I got myself an ice cream, 99.
Console,
flake
99,
sauce,
yeah,
please.
for you, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad we now know why you wear 99. That's
felt felt like a cool decision to make when I was kind of 11.
There's a few other 99s, aren't there?
Yeah, like Malinga was 99 and
Yes.
he's quite cool and out
Did
there.
he like an ice cream too?
I've got no idea. Maybe different reasons.
Here's Gleeson to finish. Last over. Oh, that's a big shot into the leg side, but he's dropped it. He's dropped it. Malik puts it down. Well, initially it looked like it had enough on it across the ropes, but he got his hands to it. 1 to the total. 183 for 4. Sunny eyes as well over there, probably.
Yeah, he just didn't quite pick it up. He didn't quite get forwards enough early on. Kind of, we talked earlier about creating that time. Bold.
They're difficult catches to take, those diving forward, aren't they? Amu took a great one against Surrey, didn't she? Where she literally threw herself
She
forward.
put her classic mayo on it as well. Yeah, no, she is very good at diving forwards. She took another one. It was actually here at Deep Square, kind of coming forwards as well. So, a couple stick in the memory.
Yeah. They are tough catches to take, for sure. 184 for 4. It's not bad. It's only 2 singles off the first 2 pulls, but a wicket would have been nice. Especially with Dixon now on strike again. Lovely from Gleeson. Just 1 more to the total. It feels like we're in the regions of a really chaseable target here.
It's got all the hallmarks to be a really good game, hasn't it? We've seen people bat well once they get in, but a couple of people have, struggled to get going. So I think a couple of partnerships in the Bears innings will kind of put them a long way into getting close to the score.
Let's fetch that from outside the off stumpers. Neesham. He just ticked along here. 27 or 26, should I say? He's got off 19. Without really doing the damage that Jimmy Neesham can do. Still troubled by that bat. He's had the tape on as well.
I think he's felt pretty relaxed with Dixon on the other end, so just playing a good supporting innings today.
He's got a hit on the helmet there, hasn't he? So there'll be a quick check. Oh, no, he's been told to come on and now he's gone again.
Sometimes it's frustrating as a player. It's kind of like the law, if you get hit in the head, that the physio has to come on and check you. But sometimes it's kind of a glancing blow and you feel fine. But it's always important to check just in case. Sometimes as players we're silly.
And what questions do you get asked?
We get asked what day of the week it is, which is sometimes a challenge because as far as I'm concerned, it's either a game day, a training day, or a travel day, or a rest day, and that doesn't count.
No, they don't, that's...
And then you get asked the months of the year backwards. You get asked kind of what time do you think it's going to be. So as long as you're kind of not saying it's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's 6 o'clock at night, you're fine as long as it's a rough gauge. And then that's kind of initial checks, basically to make sure you know exactly where you are, and then if you show any kind of signs post-game, there's kind of like a real concussion test that you go through.
Right.
And you kind of press buttons when you see things, and kind of when you have to do it for your baseline in pre-season, it's like one of the really boring things to do.
Right.
But it has to be done because it's important.
But back to the months backwards, I mean, I don't think a normal person could do that without a little bit of hesitation, no?
Off you go.
I think we might be here for a bit of a long time.
Last ball to come from Richard Gleeson then to wrap up this Glamorgan innings. 187 for 4. Neesham's on strike. He'll be eyeing that leg side boundary for sure. Instead he goes down the ground. It's hammered. It's just going to be 1. They're coming back for a second and they'll get through for 2. I think Gleeson claiming he managed to do that. No.
One short.
One short.
He's saying they're 1 short. Okay, well, we'll take that if they're 1 short. So 188 for 4, that will be. Wait for confirmation, the change on the scoreboard, but that does conclude the innings. So it should be 188 for 4, we think. Yes, it is. There's the correction. Neesham on 27, Dixon on 55, an unbeaten 55 off 35 balls. So when the Bears return, it's going to be 189 is the target. Regina, Artif and Katie are going to talk you through the highlights of the innings. And when I come back, it'll be 189 for the target.
Thank you, Adam. Yes, indeed. Well, it's a kind of middling target, isn't it? 189. You'd sort of back the Bears to be able to do that, especially in what remains very, very good batting conditions. But just to run through some of the terrific stroke play we saw from Glamorgan as well. I think it's definitely worth noting that Will Smell, 58 off 36 for him. Ben Callaway, 32 off 19. Sean Dixon, unbeaten at the end there with 54 off 34 deliveries, 9 boundaries in that as well. And Jimmy Neesham, right at the end, 26 off 19. But I think the Bears will secretly be a little bit, I don't know, relieved or just confident going into that chase. And what do you think, Katie? I mean, do you think? I think they could have expected a lot worse at phases of that innings from Glamorgan.
Yeah, for sure. I think there was almost, they threatened to get to that 200 mark, and I think, the Bears have done very well to keep them under 190. And I think you're walking off and you're feeling confident that you're going to have a pretty good go at chasing it if you do the right things. And I think, if they did push 200, I think that would have been pretty close.
Yeah, you think, that's what it felt like. Earlier we had Aaron Biles tell us that 190 was like a winning score, 180 was like a par score, and this is sort of somewhere in between there from Glamorgan, 188 for 4. And remember, they won the toss and opted to bat first as well, and Warwickshire have a pretty banging batting lineup, if I do say so myself.
That catch just gets better.
It does. It's a stunning catch there if we take another look at it. And Usman Darika was the pick of the bowlers as well for the Bears, 2 for 26 from his 4 overs. Chris Wokes, I thought, was very unlucky to be as expensive as he was. I know Adam touched on it on commentary. 4 overs, 0 for 45, but at times he was unplayable and just really unlucky. And Gleeson was the same, 4 overs, 1 for 36. Bo Webster, just the 1 over for Bo Webster. That one went into the construction site. I've lost track of how many there were. I don't think I'm in the right. I think if I end up in the running with 15, then the Bears will win.
For the game.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Unless somebody gets really angry and just starts chucking it out there. Just having another look at some of these shots. This is really, really good stuff. And then there was a 1 short to finish the game. We really got finished the innings. We really got everything in that innings. Just to finish off some of the bowling figures, I think Dan Mosley, very impressive. The most economical of the bowlers, 4 overs, 0 for 21 for him. As we're just taking a look at the replays, but here in real time here at EdgBLASTon, there's the Warwickshire second 11 team who are being celebrated at the EdgBLASTon Stadium. They're doing a little walk around because they won the T22's title as well. So congratulations to Warwickshire. It was a terrific game at Wormsley, terrific finals day in fact at Wormsley, which saw the Bears come out on top. And now let's we look at the final few deliveries of that Glamorgan innings. That was powered down the ground. Some really fine stroke play. I'm kind of hoping we can see the 1 short, actually. That was quite...
Pretty criminal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very unusual.
Like a spinner ball and a no ball.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We saw a bit of that recently, actually, in the India England series, where one of the bowlers was no-balled for touching his back foot was touching the line, and it was Ravi Bishnoi, wasn't it? And it was no-balled, and the no-balls, the free hits went for 6s, so it really added up. But anyway, there we have it. 188 for 4 is the final score as the Warwickshire Twos do their walk around the ground. The sun's beginning to set here in Birmingham, turning into a lovely evening. It's still a modest turnout, but a nice turnout. I think people that have turned up here, they could be in for a treat. That short boundary, particularly with Robbie Yates at the top of the order, and then Zen Malik, we've talked about that incredible innings he's played. Bo Webster's been in terrific form. This is genuinely quite exciting to watch, Regina.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. I think Warwickshire have been good in the field. I think there was maybe a chance to really capitalise and make sure that, try and restrict Glamorgan a little bit, but I think it was good not to let Glamorgan get away too much, especially in the back end of the innings. I think looking in that batting innings with a positive batting lineup, this could potentially be a really good innings from the Bears.
Well, it's exciting to watch, actually. I'm quite excited. I'm glad you're still around, Katie, to watch it as well. I saw some of your teammates are there.
Yeah, we're planning to stay kind of the other side and watch the game, which
in
will
the
be good.
Hospitality
We've
stand
got kind
over
of
there.
a couple of birthdays to celebrate.
Oh, nice.
So we've got kind of a knockoff Colin the Captain.
Anybody in the team?
Yeah, we've got Bethan Ellis, whose birthday was earlier this week, and then we've got Chloe Brewer, whose birthday is Sunday.
Oh, fantastic.
So I'm looking to go and get some chocolate cake soon. That'd be good.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, that sounds very good. Save us some if you can.
Can't promise.
Of course, no, yeah, of course not. No, I understand that. But yeah, it should be terrific stuff, and again, a chance for Warwickshire to stay alive. And I promised I'd let everybody know what's happening in the other game, which is quite crucial to the Bears' chances of staying in it. I have to be honest, it's not looking good because Northampton got 162 for 8. Somerset in the chase are currently 74 for no loss after 5 overs. So that power play, it's Will Smead doing the damage. He's on 46 off 18 deliveries. Thomas Roos with him as well, 27 off 12. So, I mean, the Bears have to not think about that. Clearly, they've gone into the dressing room. Somebody might have told them what the score there is. They don't need to know that right now, do they? They just need to focus on the game at hand.
No, it's out of their control, isn't it? The only thing the Bears can do today is win the game in front of them and then see what happens. And it happens a lot, doesn't it? It's always hard. There's no point ignoring what's happening outside because people are thinking about it. It's kind of acknowledging it. It's there, but let's go and win the game.
And just putting on a show for the crowd that's turned up as well. Regina, it's hot today. It's been hot for the last week. It's going to be hot the rest of the summer from what I gather. Well done to those of you that have got cooling solutions organised because I haven't, and a lot of sleepless nights. Lots of, cold towels. That's what you need. Cold towels are really good.
There's been so much cricket, hasn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, to watch. I mean, it's been awesome to see such a good turnout, especially for the World Cup, obviously, but just in general to see so many people coming out this summer and is choosing to spend their Friday nights watching cricket in the sun. I mean, what else would you want to do in 34-degree heat?
Absolutely, there's nothing else on. I don't think there's any other tournaments on in the world that are engaging. Sorry, yes, of course it was Wimbledon, but Arthur Ferry had a good run. He got knocked out in the semis today, but what a great run for the wild card. But now it's all cricket now, and it really has been terrific summer. And I know, Regina, you've been at a lot of it. You were at World Cup matches and things like that in the final. It's been, particularly for women's sport, it feels like it's been a really, really good summer. Women's cricket, I've got to say, between that and obviously we've got the 100 coming up, the T20 Blast being played concurrently, even the One Day Cup before and after. There's been a lot.
There's been so much women's cricket, and I think it's such an exciting time to be a young woman in cricket. I mean, you have so many role models to look up to, and obviously we've talked about the youngsters in this Warwickshire squad, which, is inspirational for the younger girls coming through. But I think having a home World Cup where England did get to the final and seeing so many different types of players on the pitch just creates the vibe that cricket is really, really alive here, and there is an opportunity for it to grow. And I think the Women's World Cup was amazing to see such amazing turnouts for the game, and not just for England games. I mean, India, Australia having a 27,000 in attendance at Lord's was absolutely phenomenal, and I know it didn't go India's way, but the crowd was still just as supportive for Australia.
There were about 70 Australia fans there. They deserve.
Well, the 70 Australia fans that were there were very, very, very excited. But even for the final, I mean, I spoke about this earlier on with Alex Hartley, and she was saying no one came to watch Rita Ora and no one came to watch Clean Bandit. They were there to watch cricket, and it truly felt like a celebration of that a little bit. Even though it didn't go England's way, people were still there, and the players were also still engaging with the fans, which is so imperative for the younger girls to see that next generation.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Katie, I mean, as somebody who's in the system right now, it must be such an exciting time to be in the women's game, just because there's more opportunities than ever before. There's more squad depth, and I know we talked about it being a deterrent sometimes, just an irritant sometimes, that you can't play your first choice team because certain players have been called up by England or England A or whatever it may be. They get called up elsewhere. But actually it broadens the talent pool, it opens up the opportunity, and it puts the onus on the counties to have deep rosters.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been something that's been talked about in the women's game for a while, is that squad depth and making sure, however many years ago you get the first 3-4 batters out and it was kind of game over, whereas nowadays you see people at number 8 banging it into the stands. So that was really important, getting that squad depth, and obviously we want to be able to play our strongest sides because we want to win games of cricket. But having that opportunity for younger players to come in and show what they're about and to you know, sometimes that early exposure really kicks them on, and you kind of work out their personality and kind of, you know, if they got that extra little something that you want to have in a side that then helps you win games of cricket.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to throw them on. You got to find out what they're about.
You do. You certainly do. Well, we're going to find out what the Bears men are about right now. It's been an exciting season of women's cricket. Lots more of it to come. Bears women unsuccessful a little bit earlier today when Hampshire were able to close out victory by 5 wickets in the end, and with an over to spare. But the Bears men can come through here. They've got a chaseable target. 189 is the target in front of them. I can see Zen Malik out there along with Rob Yates. And McAndrew's got the ball in hand, ready to start things off. We've got, Adam Bridge is going to come into position just alongside and take up lead commentary for this first ball from the Birmingham end. Here we go.
It's full start, you see.
Yeah,
They knew I weren't ready.
We knew.
That's all that was.
How was your break?
It was very chickeny.
What do you make of the total? This is kind of what we expected, wasn't it? We kind of said that Glamorgan would probably reach that 180, 190 mark, and I think it does give that hope that Bears will chase this down. I think we feel quite confident in chasing it today.
I think it's about par. I don't think it's any better than about par, to be honest, having seen the amount of innings we've seen here. And you know, I had this terrible thing, Regina. I thought we were going to go through an entire season of Bears TV, and that at some point we weren't going to be joined by the legend that is OHD. However,
that's a lot to live up to.
However, on the final day, my prayers have been answered.
Dragging the dregs out to the last day. How are we, team?
Well, we're much better now you're here.
Oh, thank you. Very kind. What an introduction. Thank you
He's
very much.
a better man to... he's been hit on the pad, and nope.
Not out.
What was that? Sliding down, you think?
Maybe he's just shuffled across outside the line. He's obviously Zenny there trying to access the short side towards the building site, and I think he maybe just got outside the line.
You must be really pleased that you're up here with us and not out there running drinks.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit sick of running drinks. It's hard, Yakka.
When's the 50 overs back?
Yeah,
He's thinking, come on. When's the red ball back in my hand as well?
Ball again. But yeah, good first half. It's definitely a good pitch as ever here. A brand new hybrid. And I think I just heard you mention their par. I think it is bang on about par.
I think it's about, but I don't think it's anything extra special.
Maybe even a smidge under with it's a nice shot there from Zen Mike down the ground. What a lovely shot that is. He's easy on the eye, isn't he, Zen?
Oh, yeah.
When he gets going and plays his shot, he's a lovely looking batter.
I don't think there's anyone in this Bears batting lineup that you kind of sit there and go, oh, that's tricky to watch. They are literally all of them.
I don't think we've seen Richard Gleeson in full floor yet.
No, and we've
yeah, I've not seen him play many glowing, flourishing cover drives.
We haven't seen Usman get to the wicket in a reasonable amount of time yet either.
But you're right, of the legitimate batters.
They're all just so easy on the eye, aren't they?
Correct.
Bo and Dan and Haney. Well, we knew he was going to target the construction site. Oh, that's top tier as well. That's, I would say that's 4th floor bedroom.
Yeah,
maybe?
That's in the Chris Woke suite.
Is that number 6? Number 6 in the construction site?
That's the 6th in the construction site. Okay.
Think of the poor ball, Bill.
Arthur's already excited as well. He's hoping that his prediction becomes right. And
Artie thought there'd be 15 over there across the 2 games today.
Balls.
Yeah.
Those balls are at 80 quid a pop.
Are they?
Honestly, a lot. Yeah. I hope they get chucked back when the building site opens tomorrow morning.
And if it's in the first 6 overs, you get a brand new one?
No, in that case that comes out, there's a smorgasbord of balls of varying degrees of wear, and there will be one that's pretty brand new. So yeah, maybe a very brand new one here. But yeah, they just sort of pick one like for like as best they can.
Oh, a marvel at that shot from Zen Malik. A few more of those would be nice. McAndrew. Oh,
another glorious cover drive over the top this time. Stand and deliver from Zen. Off to an absolute flyer here.
Hasn't he just?
He's hoping he's in the same mood he was against Worcester.
I bet you enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was great. He played brilliantly.
And am I right in thinking as well, they only got the cup upstairs just before the game? Never actually got to take it out of EdgBLASTon.
Matt Waite plays for Worcester. Obviously, he's a brilliant character. He came off he came off and apparently said, Choffinecki was like he was playing up PlayStation there. He's from Yorkshire. He's like playing PlayStation cricket. He's in a good mood here, then. So Nathan McAndrew comes in again.
Your mate McAndrew, of course.
Yeah, ex-Bear. Played for us in 2022, I think.
Now, when I say ex-Bear, I get told off. Always a Bear. Once a Bear, always a Bear. That's the end of the first over, and look, we're going to see your handsome face on screen now. There we go, look at that. 14 without loss at the end of the first. Here he is. OHD, just about fits in the picture. Look, we might need a slightly smaller stall for you. Because you, how are you anyway?
Very good, thank you. Yeah. Had a busy week. We won the. We're down at the second team T20 finals day at Wormsley, which is a beautiful place down in Oxfordshire, in the John Paul Getty estate. Thatched roofs on clubhouse and whatnot. It's gorgeous, nice. And a really good day out, and we ended up winning, which was super.
Semi-final was a bit tight, wasn't it?
Semi-final was very tight. A brilliant last over.
Was it 1 run?
One run and a brilliant last over by Theo Wiley. I think he only went for 8 runs in that final over, so he bowled great.
Kellaway's going to bowl it, and we're getting right arm from Kellaway.
A bit of a change of tempo. They do this a lot to Glamorgan. Ball spin early on.
1 to the total. And then the
first ball for Rob Yates. He stood at the other end doing nothing.
Your final was a lot, I'm going to say easier, but it was a bit more comfortable.
It wasn't so tight. We got 180 and the knots were all out for 150. So
bowled well, didn't you?
Yeah, bowled okay. Vanch Jani batted brilliantly both games, and Hamza Sheikh played well and captained brilliantly as well.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, it's a good catch. It's a very good catch. At the edge of the circle from Jimmy Neesham. And Zen Malik's on his way. Well, it was entertaining, if brief. 14 off 6 and first down with a score on 15.
Well, even Jimmy Neesham looks a little bit shocked at that one.
Yeah, I think he was sort of intimated he didn't pick it up. I think he was saying I didn't see it. So I don't know if he lost it in the seats or something, but he stuck a paw out and managed to cling on. Good catch.
It's not quite a Bo Webster catch from the first inning.
No, I'll be honest. As I've mentioned, I was 12th man in. I was down on the bench, and as soon as that shot got hit, I was running around to pick up the ball on the boundary. I thought that was 4 runs, and then big slug shoved out a paw. Go gadget arm and managed to get it.
Who's taller, you or Slug?
I think just me.
It's close though, isn't it?
Just a big boy.
Is he the closest you've had in the dressing room? Who's almost as tall as you?
No, me and Boyd Rankin.
Boyd.
Me and Boyd.
How can I forget Boyd?
Me and Boyd are the same height, you know. But yes, look to the crease. He's had a great tournament, hasn't he? So far, I don't want to jinx him, but how many 50s has he got? How many 50s in a row has he got? He's had a great tournament.
Aaron, you've been asked questions there.
Yeah, I'll answer them after this ball. But 552 runs for Bo Webster.
Wow.
2 games left as well. Straight into his work with a single into square leg. 1 or 2, but not quite there.
Can you contextualise that? What was Davo's total last year as top scorer?
460 odd, I think. 464.
And that was in how many fixtures?
That was in 14.
So 10 fixtures, he's got over 500 odd runs.
There's 2 games left.
That's ridiculous. Oh, Yates is having a go at that boundary, and that again is into the construction site for 6. And immediately the umpire is signalling the 6 as he's walking off to get the bucket of balls.
Just chuck me the balls.
Well,
not the best ball in the world. I think it's a bit of an arm ball, back of a length, and he's got this great habit of sort of playing his swivel, sweepy pull thing. Very fast hands here, so he played a lot of tennis in his youth. I think when he plays those shots, he reminds me sort of a backhand down the line. Smacks it right into the middle of the building site. Gosh, look at that. Why can't I do that? I'm tickling that for a single to find leg.
You can do lots of other things. How's the nipper?
He's great, thank you. He's just gone up north to he's gone up to Halifax this weekend because it's his grandpa's 70th birthday.
Oh wow!
So he's off to a birthday party. There's a bit of discussion about the ball here.
They're not happy with it?
Well, I don't think Kelly is either saying it's too new or it's too old, or for some reason he's not happy with it. But I dare say they might be running out of options in that box. There's only about 20 balls in there. A lot slower that time from Kellaway to call a pace. Oh, can he sneak 2?
It's a good single. Anyway, they won't take the arm on, will they?
He's short that side, isn't it? When you sat up here now.
It's ridiculously short, isn't it?
Short. I mean, there's only so many pitches that you're able to use.
Well, we got an ODI and a test match coming, haven't we? All those things.
This is a busy ground. We always feel sorry for Gary and his team because they have a lot of traffic, but it's a bit short. It's a bit short out there today.
End of the over, 2 gone, 23 for 1. The 8 on 6, Webster with 1. What have you made of the whole campaign then? Obviously, you've played your part in it. I think today now, finally, qualification is out the window with the results elsewhere.
Is it really? Well, you know more than me. It's just a shame, really, because momentum's a funny thing in this format, and it's a very volatile format, we all know that. And just the sort of run we got off to, those first 5 or 6 games, it felt like instead of winning games from anywhere, which we know at our best, that's what we do, we kept sort of finding ways to lose games from anywhere, which was a real shame. But as we've seen in the second half of the tournament, real nice to have Richard Gleeson back and Mouse back. I think they've been a great burst of energy for us. As McAndrew comes in and was a lovely length ball. It's just defended by Yatesy. They were big misses early on. There's no doubt about that. And we've seen towards the back end how the team we know we can be and win games from anywhere. Starting with that game at Somerset, which was a brilliant chase by Bo Webster and Dan Mousey down there. So. Yeah, just a bit of sort of sense of bit of a shame so far, really. I'm not going to go as far as you and say it's definitely done, because I'm hopeful we can win these 2.
No, it is definitely done.
Oh, is it definitely done?
Unfortunately, Somerset are giving Northampton a battering right now.
But is that game over yet?
Well, is it over yet? We'll let the statistician dip in here.
I like the attitude. It's never over till it's over.
So much negativity up here in this commentary box.
It's the one thing we're never accused of up here.
All the pace taken out of that by Macca, as he's called. Applies his trade in Australia for South Australia. I'm not sure. I don't think they won the Shield this year, but
they did.
Did they?
They did. Yeah, they went back
to back.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew they won it last year. So plenty of trophies in the last few years. There's Macca. Pulls lots and lots of overs out there. He's a good fella.
Somerset 105 for 1 off 8 overs, chasing 162. So they've got 12 overs to go to score 57 runs.
Come on, Northants. Never over. Never write off Ben Sanderson.
And Gloucester have beat Worcester by 2 wickets. That was a tight game.
Sluggy works this out to deep point. He wants 2, but not quite. Good bit of work by Callaway, I think, there. Who throws right arm despite being able to bowl with two arms.
Yeah, that's blown my mind today, him being able to bowl with both.
Very clever people who can do that. Is
it clever or is it almost
showing off,
mystical and
Ooh.
Yeah?
I'll let this ball be bowled, and then I'm going to have a bit of a moan in a minute about people who can bowl with 2 arms.
Do you know multiple?
Yeah, there's a few out there. Nice ball there by Macken. Yes, he squeezes a single. He gets there easily, then, does he?
Yeah, they've gone through quite comfortably.
So batters are able to stand at the crease. Kevin Peterson playing that switch hit off Scott Styrer, so he can turn around and bat left-handed, dance around like Fred Astaire. Everyone thinks it's brilliant innovation, and let's all embrace that and reverse sweep and scoop. Awesome. There are talented people out there like Mr. Callaway who can bowl with both arms, and that brilliant skill is completely negated by the fact that you have to stand at the end of your mark and say, umpire, I'm about to bowl with my left arm. Umpire, I'm about to bowl my... Why? Why can't you just say I'm about to bowl this side of the wicket, whatever arm's coming to you?
That's a very valid point. It's a lovely shot from Bo Webster.
Not a lot wrong with that ball, and it was smited through the covers by Bo. Brilliant shot.
He just does that with so
It's an imposing figure when he does that.
Oh.
Yeah, he stops top of the bounce, smites it through the offside. It was an off-cutter there by Mac. These two will have played a lot of Shield cricket against each other, a lot in Australia, a lot of Big Bash cricket. They know each other pretty well. But yeah, that's my moan about people. But I feel sorry for people who can bowl with both arms because it's a brilliant skill, completely ruined by yet more rules protecting batters. Rubbish. Very similar shot there by Slug, and it's well stopped this time, I think, by Kieran Carlson.
Yeah, we'll take the single. 31 for 1 at the end of the 3rd over. 158 more required of 17 overs. We've talked a lot, the guests we've had up here, Ethan's been up and a few others, they've talked to. You've been in a lot of Bears dressing rooms. Where does Webster sit in terms of his influence and as overseas players that you've seen?
He's been brilliant. Is this his second season, or has he done 3 seasons now? But yeah, he's been great. Not just about runs and wickets, but the person he is, the way he sort of holds himself in the changing rooms. You saw a brilliant speech by Sam Hain with him getting capped the other week, just before a T20 fixture.
Let's cut away again.
And actually, what that meant to Slug and how touch Slug he was by that, it was brilliant to see. And how he's fitted in and how he's bought in and given loads. The changing room is awesome. So yeah, hopefully it's a partnership we can keep going. I know it's tough. This sort of.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, it's very tough now with the international calendar the way it is. But if we can keep him coming back and sort of get a great relationship there, I think we'd all like that.
I said it feels like he's probably the best fit since Jeets. He's kind of just from, and obviously we're from a distance, and we only witness what goes on and have the odd conversation with people. But it feels like he's the best fit since Jeter.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, first he's a brilliant cricketer and brilliant bloke, and
there's something he can't do really.
Pleasure to have around, but gosh, yeah, he's useful. He bats balls, fields, and balls off spin.
Smack my first 2 balls of seam up. Oh, I'm checking the ball spin the rest of the over.
Yeah, superb. What skills to have. So yeah,
you tried that?
Oh, I can bowl a bit of off spin, but it's not as good as Slug. Yeah, throw a few filthy offers now. Keller in against Yates, who runs down. Oh, and just it's a good effort down there. I'm not sure by who. By Acer Tribe.
That was palmed for 6 as well, I think. Probably going anyway, but he got his hand to it just to help it across.
Let's have a look at Tribe's first say fancy, didn't he? Thought he'd got there. Yes, he's just good enough. That was a lovely gun and more bats, just good enough to get him over the rope. Ooh,
he's got one arm to it, hasn't he?
It's a good effort.
You can tell he feels pleased with himself with that effort. Big smile on his face. 40 for 1. 2 balls to come in the 4th over. Oof.
What were they after power play, Aaron? 57? Rings a bell?
Very close, 59.
59.
Oh, we got
for 1.
Fellow Badger.
For 1?
Yeah, 59, 59 for 1.
Yeah, okay.
He is a fellow Badger.
Yeah.
And you're here for another how many more years? 2 more years?
3 years. 3 more years.
3 more years.
Be rolling in a wheelchair. Or Zimmer for him.
I heard them singing that in the stand. 3 more years. Yeah, that's what they were singing. End of the over. 4 done. 41 for 1. Webster's on 9. Yates is on 18. Partnership of 26 between these two already. Was it nice to get out there in the blast?
Yeah, I mean, really enjoyed T20 cricket. It's good fun. Slightly disappointed with how I went. I started well, and I'd like to have made it a little bit more difficult for them to change it when Glees came back. Because as brilliant, I think Glees is one of the best T20 bowlers in the world. So there's no shame in missing out to him. So, but yeah, I'd like to have a little smidge better, but. That's part and parcel of it sometimes. Like I said, it's a volatile format. There's a change of bowling here. Dan Douthwaite into the attack, who bowls skiddy seamers. He's got a yard of pace as Dan.
Flicked off the legs by Webb. For Yatesy for 4 more. Douthwaite, is he from up your neck of the woods? With a name like Douthwaite, he's got to be, isn't he?
He's Surrey boy.
Really?
He's a Surrey boy, yeah.
But Douthwaite feels like a really northern surname, doesn't it?
You're right, actually, yeah. I never thought of that. He had a flirtation with the Bears, but he sort of had a good long trial here. Came on pre-season tour with us in 2017, 18, something like that. But I'm not sure why, but he sort of ended up going to Glamorgan. He's had a brilliant time there. He's done really well. Once again to Yates. He goes wide hole, and Yates plays at the top of it.
Wants to give it the kitchen sink.
Yeah. We're thinking in these last 2 overs, trying to make hay while the sun shines. Aspin twins of Mouse and Uzi bowled brilliantly, didn't they? I think they went up less than run a ball between them. Is that right? So, be interesting to see if that's the same case for Crane. I know Kellaway's bowled 2 already, so I'll be interested to see if they go much more spin than that in the middle overs.
Yeah, certainly the first game on that wicket today, that spin was key. That's a lovely shot again from Yatesy for 4. Yeah, we saw Georgia Adams bowling very well, and Amanda Jane Wellington bowled well, as did the Hannah Baker bowled well today, didn't she?
She did.
Very nicely. It was turning quite a bit actually early doors.
I've not spoken to anyone who's been out. I don't know if it turned for us. Did it look like it turned for us? From
Hannah Baker got one to turn around the legs.
Okay. Does he on Mouse turn? I mean,
Shots.
What a beautiful
yeah,
goal.
Mouse actually, apart from the power play over, Mouse was giving a little bit of flight.
Yeah. What a beautiful shot that is. Lovely swing of the bat.
Bit of a stare as well.
Oh, is it a
bit of a stare.
Few verbals from the ball, yeah.
50's up, 55 for 1. Talking of verbals, you see old Mouse the other day when he was getting all a bit tetchy the other night in his battle with. Who was he battling with, Aaron?
Wait, which game was this again?
Was it Delango?
Oh, yes, Gloucestershire.
Yes.
Sorry, the reason why I said.
Oh, they both left it. They both left it for 4.
Well, maybe the bowler will have a go at his own fielders now as that goes away for 4.
Oh, that's that's frustrating as a ball. It's a pretty good ball. It's tapped on its head. Should be a single to short third man. I think it's Mason Crane and Smale end up just sort of looking at each other and leaving it for one another, and it goes to 4.
Yeah, Smale was looking at Crane there as if to say, well, that was yours, mate.
No justice as a bowler there.
4 more to the total. This is turning into a very nice over. 18 off it so far. Cut away. This time it's to Crane and the ironic cheers as he keeps hold of it. 5 gone then, 59 for 1. Yeah, it was Delango, wasn't it, when he popped him onto the roof of the Hollies.
Well, it was the throw to the... He launched the ball at the stumps, didn't he? And Mass was nowhere near leaving his ground. And it was a bit out of order, I'd say. But I'd give Delanger a little bit of leeway because he isn't the nicest guy in world cricket. Although being absolutely mad as a box of frogs, he's a lovely human being. So I think it was probably all nicey, tongue-in-cheek type stuff right there. But you're great over there, 18 from it. We are matching their power play already. So anything we're getting, this is a bit of a bonus.
Yeah, this has ticked over really nicely, and it's Yatesy who's doing the damage. 36 off 15, the partnership of 44.
That straight 6 there, shot of the power play so far for me. A beautiful swing of the bat. Another change, Jimmy Neesham into the attack. Loads of experience. I imagine he'll hold a heavy length here, maybe the odd off cutter.
He's batting with glasses, but not bowling with glasses. Maybe that's a good thing for the Bears. Off the shoulder of.
That's an incredibly dramatic dot ball.
I was going to say, I don't actually know what happened there.
I think they think it's a good bouncer. I think they think he'd gloved it. I think it's a good catch by Cook, the keeper. And Spo, I don't know if he's been honest in rubbing his shoulder or just trying to con the umpire, but it was straight away rubbing his shoulder there.
The umpire wasn't interested, was he?
Yeah,
definitely his shoulder.
Straight off the shoulder. Good appeal, a good catch, good appeal, fair play. They don't look that disappointed out there, I'll say that.
Hassan Adnan was never interested. 59 for 1.
Good bouncer, and should have been called one for the over. I'm not sure he was, but interesting that he's used his only bouncer for the over first ball.
Oh, what a shot!
What a shot that is.
That might compete.
Oh, do you
6
think?
over the head, I
think?
reckon. I think nothing beats a classy.
Yeah, that is a classy cover drive there.
Just perfectly still, keeping in line with the ball, and just perfect timing.
That's what he's good at. Boy opens up the offside beautifully. Sort of a bit of a shuffly back away pre-delivery technique he's got, and he slaps it through the offside there. It's gorgeous.
It's pinged off that bat, didn't it? 63 for 1.
Good reply by Neesham, just heavy, top of the length, top of the stumps ball. How are you dealing with the heat, guys? What's your strategies at home? Any pearls of wisdom for me, because I'm struggling.
Well,
many fans.
Keep it clean.
I watched something today on the telly where apparently you've got to put tin foil on your windows.
We're not all made of money. How many metres of tin foil's that?
Well, it's £1 a box, isn't it? So just on your windows. Keeps the foil that pushes the heat out, doesn't it?
Okay. Another bouncer there.
Yeah,
a slower ball, or
that's the one for the over, he said. So he didn't give him that on the first one.
Yeah. Not to nearby slug and steals a single. Yeah, we're up in our. It's a sort of Victorian terrace house, so they tend to store the heat.
Oof.
It's all upstairs. We've got the fan on. But it's sort of blowing just hot air at me.
This is the heat rises, so where you are,
it's hotter.
Hotter
it's
up
hotter,
there,
correct,
isn't it? No two ways about it. 64 for 1.
Be interesting if Yatesy tries to sort of utilise his short side. There's only 2 balls left this power play.
Well, knows a short ball can't be coming, doesn't he? Oh, he's drilled that to the fielder who's put it down.
It's a good stop, that, I think.
It is
in the end, it's a sort of wide Yorker from Neesham. Yatesy tries to open the blade on it and get it firing, but it's a good stop there by Nathan McAndrew. Safe forward, sir. 50 partnership.
27.
Good going, that.
Their old rate or knots. One to come in the power play.
One to come before. I think we'll probably see a bit of leg spin from Nathan Crane. Nathan Crane? It's not his name, is it? Mason Crane.
Mason Crane.
Mason Crane. Nathan's his brother. Got all my Mathers and Maesses all mixed up there.
Jimmy Neesham to finish his first over. 6 off it so far. To Webster.
That is another beauty. Is that better?
I mean,
Beautiful
I don't know.
cover drive.
I feel like it does compete, but the first one was maybe slightly just cleaner in terms of no foot movement,
Yeah.
just right in the
sound
slot.
off the bat, isn't it?
It just looks
When you
divine,
hit it, when
doesn't
you hit it that hard on the floor, you don't have to worry about whacking it in the head, do you? Just smack it through the fielders on the floor.
It's a beautiful shot.
It's the nonchalance as well that comes with it, you know. I know I've hit a lovely cover drive.
Domineering figure.
Power play's done. 6 overs, then 69 for 1 hour. And what we got?
Well, outstanding work from the Bears, really. We've had 8 4s, 4 6s, and we could be about to seeing a little bit of history from Bo Webster. He's just overtaken Sam Hain for the most amount of runs in a single Blast campaign for Warwickshire. He's now just 10 runs away from overtaking Ian Bell's record of 580.
And Belly's number 1.
Belly is number 1.
Wow. And like you're saying, less games.
Less games, and there's another
In
game
3
to come.
less games, and of course there is a game against Northamptonshire on Sunday.
Here is the aforementioned Nathan or Mason, whichever you prefer, Craig.
Yeah, great start from the Bears. He's 74 off the power play in 1 ball. We're very happy with that.
Not chased here yet this season, have they? So
Oh, they're not?
no.
Yeah, I did have my suspicions. I mean, it's a brand new hybrid, which tend to be very hard work for the bowlers, and it is a pitch further over to the short side than the previous one this side against Northampton. We played a few games on that, so I think we're very happy with 190 odd.
Bit confusion.
There was confusion, but there was more confusion from the fielders who went to the wrong end.
A very dramatic dot again. I think Bo and Yatesy having a bit of word with each other. I think both thought there was a run. Yatesy didn't, obviously. Sent him back. So, yeah, very dramatic dot. Can't really tell if there's much spin as yet. But Crane does spin it prodigiously, so if there is spin, he'll get some.
A little bit. It's in the air, short.
Oh.
Is that one you commit
I'm
to
going
and
to say,
go for?
yeah, I wonder if Crane's a little bit disappointed there. He's got his hands on his head. I'm not sure who that is out there. Is it Dixon? Is that one you sacrifice, maybe get to the boundary and really dive forward and try to take the catch? I mean, it's easy for me to say up here, not sacrificing my teeth, diving forward, but...
You want to get Webster out though, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Key wicket. Crane again, now Yates on strike. Oh, set himself up for the reverse immediately there. And it's all the way for 4.
Brilliant
He
shot.
didn't even try to disguise that, did he?
No, it's a brilliant shot there by Yatesy. Getting all his skills out here.
On to 42.
Taking advantage of the two fielders up at backward point and short third man.
75 for 1.
So I mean, batter doesn't have to say, I'm about to play left-handed, does he? Well bowled, good reply. Bit short of a length, speared in towards leg stump. It's a good operator, is Crane.
I was going to say, how old is Crane now? Mason Crane. Feels like he's been around forever and a day.
He has been around for a very, very long time. He's 29.
Stop it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
He's 29. Of course, he made his England debut in 2017.
Wow.
Jeez. It's a lovely
Oh,
shot.
Smacked away.
What a beauty. Takes him to 46. That completes the over. Bears are on to 79 for 1 from 7 overs. 46 off 20 balls, so that's 110 required off the last 13.
Yeah, brilliant start there. Tough to bowl to that. If you can reverse sweep and sweep, takes a lot of options away from you as a bowler, and that's a great shot there by Yates. You get it behind square, timed it very well. We have another change of bowling here. Andy Gorvin into the attack. A little bit less pace than the other bowlers we've seen so far. He'll utilise a spinner-like field.
Chris Cook's in a stand-up as well.
Yeah, bowl wicket to wicket and change pace and lots of different variations here, but he's a good operator. Does really well in both red and white ball cricket for Glamorgan. Not to be underestimated.
110 more to win. Webster.
Getting on his favourite cover drive again.
You'd be really frustrated when you hit that like that. And
Yeah, I was 4 in the nets, innit? If you play that in the nets, it's 4. 4 all day long. Fortunately, he picks out the fielder this time.
It's
a sharp chance.
His hand to it.
Yeah. See Garvin there and he's covering up the ball, sort of intimating. Nothing might be happening. He might just be bowling bog standard seam uppers, but he's sort of intimating that he's doing lots of different things. But equally, he might be bowling knuckleballs. He might be bowling back the handers. Who knows what he's doing with his grip.
Do you do a bit of that in T20? Try and cover it up.
No. I'm just busy worrying about hitting the cut strip.
Was it you? Bamber was up here the other day, self-deprecating throughout the entire 20 overs he was sat here.
It's a hard game as a bowler, T20. It's you can tie yourself in knots. Take John Thompson tonight. I think he bowled pretty well, if I'm totally honest. And there were nicks flying everywhere. He got his Yorkers in. He smacks it down the ground and it's short. Just should be a single. And there's days where you think, if I bowl those 24 balls again, I could get 3 for 20. And there's other days where you bowl those 24 balls and you get none for 50. It's an interesting format that's hard to measure at times as a bowler.
It feels like it's been like that for Warwickshire most of this campaign. The amount of edges he's found.
Yeah, well, he nicked off one of the opening batters twice, didn't he, early on, and just didn't find the fielder. Gap picked out nicely. Yeah, it's well placed by Slugger. I think you see straight away here with a little bit less pace, it's a bit harder to time, and Gorman's bowled a good over. He'll be looking to finish strong.
83 for 1. 1 ball to come in the 8th. Quick single.
5 off it. It's good over there for Glamorgan.
8 overs gone. Score moves on to 84 for 1. Mason Crane's going to have another go from the Birmingham end. Webster on strike. Got an edge, and he's gone. Catch taken. And Webster's on his way for 23. Off of 19. Not to be Bo's day today. Second wicket down, 84 for 2.
Yeah, Crane, understandably, because of that short edge, hiding it out towards the wide line, bowling a sort of big, slower leg spinner. Slug could only top edge it to short third man. Jinxed by Aaron, talking about records. Lumming run getting in T20 campaign.
How many is he short now?
Well, he's 9 short now, but of course the man he's just replaced in second is striding out to the middle, and a great Sam Haynes stat. We speak a lot about consistency. Of the last 11 T20 Blast campaigns that Warwickshire have played, this man has top scored in 7 of them.
Wow.
Pretty consistent.
Your pal?
Yeah, he's a fine player. I know full well he'd be disappointed to not getting the 100 this year. I'm a bit surprised myself, given how good a player he is. But we're all the better off for it. Hopefully we're playing 50 over cricket for us.
I was going to say, licking the lips at the 50 over idea of Haney in the team as well.
Haney at rugby school should be great fun.
Do you have to say there's a different change in aura almost when Sam Hain walks into a room? You kind of feel like, okay, there's a very assured person.
Do you think?
When he walks in, yeah.
Well, tell him that. He'll be happy with that. Enough against spin. If I had to guess, I'd say a single to mid-wicket could be on the cards here. His favourite little get off the mark shot. I'm completely wrong. It says cut for 2.
He does like to get off the mark first ball, doesn't he?
He slipped on the turn there, did Sam Hain. Did you, forgive me, I was obviously running around doing drinks. Do you know the last ball of the innings was runs one short? Yes. How short was it?
Don't know, we didn't see the replay.
Interesting to see how cheeky their batter was being. Oh, I bowled. Googly there.
It wasn't quite what Yates had in mind. He's on 47 here, Rob.
No, but because of that brilliant power play, good start, don't have to panic here. The Bears, you can afford 1 or 2 overs, not going for 10.
Yeah, the rate's 9 and over.
Yeah. And traditionally, this is what Sam Hain does absolutely brilliantly. Knocks it around in the middle overs and gets a runner ball 30, and you think, oh, okay, we might have to put our foot down. And next time you look up, he's on 60 or 40 balls. So good that these two are there together.
It's very good at measuring his innings.
Yeah,
face it.
And yes, he's striking at 200. He's brilliant start here. That's what I thought he was going to do first ball. That is Sam Hain to a tee, clipping it to mid-wicket for a single. Just like his mentor, Jonathan Trott, who is here today, working for Glamorgan.
Do you know, I was down in the sound tent earlier, and a guy walked past, and I'm thinking to myself, "Do you look familiar from behind?" And it was Trotty, yeah. I didn't realise he was working there.
There's a googly there from Mason Crone. Yes, he tried to paddle it for 1.
Was he batting coach there, is it?
I'll put, some sort of batting coach or batting
consultant. They call them nowadays.
But I know he's been down there for the majority of this season, doing a good job by all accounts. So good on Trotty.
87 for 2. It's on 48. Good over that from Mason Crane. Wicket of Webster.
Yeah, double spin now. Kellaway's back on.
This is the point where you try and squeeze because you've got a new batter in.
Well, exactly. That's exactly what Glamorgan will be thinking. Might try be cheeky with the field and keep an extra one in, or get a mid-wicket in to try stop that. As I mentioned, Sam Hain loves clipping it to mid-wicket, so do you get a mid-wicket in to just try buy a dot or 2? But yeah, they try to squeeze an over here. Again, hopefully Glamorgan will be thinking, try to get this over to only get for 5 runs or so and get that rate up.
102 more required to win. Here is Kellaway, 3rd over from him. How often does he swap out his and bowl left-handed?
I don't know, you know. Maybe it's something he does more in red ball cricket, because he's not done it so much as yet.
Do you think that's a way to kind of avoid boredom when it gets to when you're not doing too much?
Yeah, potentially. Oh, it's a sharp chance. Good effort there by Kellaway, because pinning back pretty hard at him by Yatesy.
I guess you could try and use it, but in the same way that Livingston, kind of depending on who was batting, sometimes he would bowl his leggies, wouldn't he? Sometimes he would bowl his off spin, just depending on. But so mid-over, mid-over, you can say, I'm now going to bowl left.
Yeah, but that's the annoying thing, as I mentioned. It's that you have to sort of tell the umpire and the batter what you're about to bowl. Which in this day and age, when there's, I can understand it 200 years ago when you stood there and didn't have a clue this bowler was about to bowl at you, but when there's that much footage and that much information on everyone out there, I don't see why you have to tell them what you're going to bowl. Yes, he goes top edge pull.
Now has he got enough on that? Of course he has on that short boundary. Well, he's not quite made it into the construction site, this one.
Yeah, just. I think he'll be getting a bit of stick about that, both out there by the keeper and probably by his teammates after. Well batted, yeah, so there's his 50. But he's plinked to 6. just over one of the shortest boundaries in world cricket. But well played, Yatesy.
Yeah, he's very much amused by that. Is Chris Cook, the wicket keeper?
Saying to the keeper there, is that the biggest 6 you've ever seen?
55 off 27 balls, so striking at just over 200. That was up for a long, long time.
Dowsway was interested, wasn't he? He was very interested.
Well, they've checked this ball, and maybe it's lost a bit of. Oh no, has it lost a chunk of it against the wall? I think.
What the umpires do, you'll see every single time it goes in the stands, the umpires ask to have a look at it because they just want to check that it's not had a chunk taken out of it, it's not got a major scuff, because then that can affect reverse swing. And let's say that has taken a huge chunk out of one side, and it all of a sudden starts reversing. They want to take out any doubt that anything untoward has happened, so that's why they do it. And just, something untoward must have happened there. It must have taken a chunk out of hitting the fence. I'm not too sure.
So I've just noticed that obviously you brought out the balls a couple of times. So now they're bringing the balls out. Is that because they are now in charge of their set of bowling balls?
No.
Or it's the same set of balls for the whole game?
Same set of balls.
Oh.
Just, their 12th man must have just been next to the box. So they'll do it. And also, it's quite nice as 12th man to try have a bit of influence. Say, we want this one here, because he'll be saying, I'll be honest, they'll be wanting to pick the oldest ball they possibly can here, because they want it to be soft and with the potential of reverse swing. The last thing they want here is a brand new ball to come out, because it'll be rock hard and fly around. So if I was 12th as I'd be saying, this is what we want, and it'd be the oldest thing you could possibly lay your hands on.
It took a long time to choose a ball there. 96 for 2. 2 to come in the over.
Hanging it wide there, Callaway, understandably. That short edge gets in your brain as a bowler, and you tend to find yourself hiding the ball away from it.
Well, he's gone for 9 so far in the over. Oh, he's beaten Yatesy there. And that completes halfway stage. Regina, thank you. She's going to leave us now. It's been a pleasure. Artif will come in to join us. 96 for 2 at the halfway stage. How are the comparisons looking, young Aaron in the den?
Yeah, thank you very much, Adam. So, as you can see, the Bears are 96 for 2. At this same stage, Glamorgan were 91 for 3. So, very similar in the runs column, pretty similar in the wickets column as well. But I must say, Rob Yates so far, what a terrific knock this has been, and it's actually his highest knock of the season.
No surprise. Artif, done your warm-ups there? Just a
just a little stretch for the last stretch, for the final stretch. You've got to stretch for the final stretch.
Also, when you come next to an athlete as well.
Well, we're wearing the same shirt as well. It makes me even further. It's not a great contrast for me.
It looks good. It looked good on you.
Thanks, man.
Change of end here for Andy Garvin.
96 for 2.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
Through Haney there a bit.
That jagged back nicely, I think, off the seam. Cut back in, certainly.
Well, we definitely got something on it, because it's 1 to the total.
I had a tip for you for keeping cool in this hot weather,
Oh,
OHD.
go on.
Okay, you're going to thank me for this later. Trust me. You try this tonight, right? You got a fan, presumably, at home. You got a fan, right?
Yeah.
What you want to do is get yourself a towel after the sport.
Oh, nice bit of keeping that.
Ain't gonna fool the umpire. The wide's still coming. So you take a towel, you douse it in cold water, just completely drench the thing. You put it not on the fan, obviously, because that's an electrical risk, but just in front of the fan, and then it spreads the moisture around the room and takes away the humidity, which is what's making you feel extra hot.
Okay, interesting. I'll give it a go.
Well, you can do what my partner does, which is she just says, I'll just take the towel, thank you very much, and put my feet in it. and you cool your feet down, which cools the rest of you down, apparently.
Cold towel fan, okay. Give that one a go.
Yeah.
See a guy here, how Garvin's mixing it up. That one was definitely a lot quicker pace on, and sort of surprised you to see with the back of a length bouncy delivery.
Keeper standing up just keeps you honest as a batter as well.
90 off 58.
Oh, what a great shot. And this is the thing that sort of plays in your mind as a bowler. You think, that side's tiny. I can't get hit that side. I'll hang it outside, off stump in this case to Sam, because that's the big side. But the big side's not that big. It's still only 65 metres out that way. It's not huge, and that is a brilliant shot there by Sam Hayne.
100's up, 103 for 2.
Bit of Bo Webster in there, his mate. So he's saying I can cover drive just as well as you, Bo. Again, Haney looking to walk across and access that short leg side. Knocking a single out to the point.
He loves you tall boys, doesn't he? He has a liking for you tall boys, Haney.
I know him and Slug get on really well. It's nice to see a little bromance there. It's cute.
It's almost like he wants one of you either side of him, flanking him, just to make sure he's okay. I've got my boys. We're all good.
Oh, what a pocket that is.
Lovely shot.
Lovely lofted cover drive there by Robbie Yates. Finds the gap. Dan Douthwaite at the bounce. You can't do much about that. 4 penneth.
Constantly looking for that boundary, given it so short. Yates here into the 60s, 60 off 31.
Yeah, it's now way down below 10 and over, isn't it? It'll be close to 9 and over now, which is good work from the Bears. Bearing in mind when Haney came in, it was about 9.5 and over.
He's got this uncanny ability, Rob Yates, of just finding those gaps and just manoeuvring the ball wherever he wants to, really. It's really impressive.
13 off that over.
Such a lovely shot. Just opened the face of the bat, lofted it over that fielder, and he just has such a big pocket.
Do you want an update on Somerset's run chase?
Yeah, go on.
They are now 157 for 3, so they need 5 runs off 5 overs and 2 balls.
Okay.
I reckon they might do that.
Northants need 7 for.
They do.
Like I said, we've got never right off Ben Sanderson. Stranger things have happened. My fellow 12th layer men sitting behind Nisham. Hamza Sheikh and Taz Ali. I must admit, I feel a bit guilty set up here.
In the air conditioning.
Yeah, in the air conditioning. I probably should.
No, you don't.
At some stage, try to get back down and give him a hand.
You did your bit. It's the first time we've seen you all summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you missed me? Who have you had in here then?
Bamba's been in.
Yeah.
He was good. Gartz came up, didn't he?
Nice, okay.
We've had Abby Freeborn's been
Yeah.
up. Chloe's been up. We had Katie today.
Why did Abby not play today? She picked up an injury? Or
I think she wanted. I think they just were rotating as it was their
Okay.
last game.
Okay, fair enough.
Obviously, we saw a few players getting their first chance today.
She's
Sophie
had
Beach
she had
as
a
well.
good competition.
Abby's
Abby.
third, I think, in the runs. Yeah, no, she's had an absolute cracker.
50 every time I've watched.
She's been batting very well. Who else has been up? Georgia Redmayne came up the other day, which was nice.
Oh, what bowled.
We
See,
had,
he had to check his shot there.
Amu Suran Kumar was up
Amu,
there as well. Yeah.
It's a good comp
We
as
haven't
well.
had as many men. We've had lots of women, actually.
Was because the
We've only
games,
had Ethan, haven't we?
their
And
games tend to be
Scott
beforehand,
so far,
so it's just convenient because they finish their game, they stick around, they come join.
Oh, they're not coming up for our magnetic personality and fun. That's why everyone comes up here for that. Seriously.
Yeah, I didn't want to say. I'm glad you mentioned it.
What for the banter?
Yeah, for the bands.
For the bands.
That's what I've missed you coming up for, is the bands.
Nisham in the get again to Sammy Hain. Clips it off his legs. Going to be a single, I'd imagine.
Haney came up once, never came back again.
What
on
on commentary?
I don't know what we did to him that
commentary
day.
on
Yeah.
it, an after play
No.
interview.
I think he came for commentary once, not for long.
Well, I remember there was a year, maybe a couple of years ago, where he was here like every other match.
Well, that was collecting his trophies.
Yeah.
Him and Mouse were having a trophy collection competition that year, I think. Quite ridiculously. 78 to win. 51 balls.
Nelson here, feet up, everyone. We
Yeah,
don't
feet up,
want to.
don't you worry.
We don't want a wicket.
111 for 2. 8's on 62. .78 off 51 required. Oh, it's a full toss. Has he got all of it? Yes, he has. Of course, he's got all of it. 6 runs, 6 more to Rob Yates.
He's playing a little blinder, isn't he? Yeah, see. It's a brilliant knock.
Just muscled that one as well. It was just low full toss, but it was one of those full tosses that sort of dips on you, and it's very hard to get all your power behind it, but just muscle, bottom hand, bang.
Yeah. It's quite, I can imagine it's hard as an opener to sort of keep your momentum out of the power play. In the power play, we know it's not easy to bat, but there's only 2 people out. To keep that momentum going into the middle overs is brilliant. He's well into his work here.
It's going to be 1.
Nice and crisply there for 1.
How many counties has Nisham played for?
Wow, that's a great
I'll
question.
leave you with that one to have a think about, because I think
Derbyshire?
not far off double figures, I would have thought. No. About 5 or 6 probably.
Yeah, I was thinking 5.
1 ball to come in this, the 12th over, 118 for 2. Jimmy Nisham. Does he wear contacts for bowling then if he wears glasses for batting? Or
Nicely bowled. Haney on the pole.
Missed the one. That's 12 overs gone. 119 for 2. He's got the answer.
I think I have. I've really had to rack my brain there. I think it's 6.
Okay.
I had to double check that he played for Kent.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, that one come out of the blue for me. I wasn't sure about that.
Exactly. I knew that he played for Northamptonshire. He's played for Durham. He's played for Derbyshire.
Yep.
He's played for Essex. Of course, he's playing for Glamorgan right now. Kent was the one. I could picture Jimmy Neesham in a Kent shirt.
He could have helped him out today. Somebody chased down 107, I think, in 8 overs.
Oh really? How did Linners go?
Good. Well, they only lost 1 wicket, so I'm going to assume he didn't get to bowl very much or not very well. And then he scored just over 100 runs. So he had a great start down there. Really good start.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gone well. Craning again, a bit of spin there out wide to Sammy here. He seems to be employing that tactic I mentioned earlier, hiding it out slow, wide and full towards that wide line. Yeah, certainly to the right-handers anyway. Tough to hit. Going to squeeze that one out for single to deep point.
120 for 2. We finished your squash. You've been up here and had a little rest. So you're going to head back downstairs to help them out. Yeah.
Feeling very refreshed.
Is it quite humid out there now?
It's hot. It's hot. Oh, that's a brilliant shot.
That is a great shot, but he's picked out the fielder. Douthwaite.
Yeah, it's good bowling there by Crane. He's bowling, like I say, wide and full to the right-handers, and to Yates he's bowled a bit more into the wicket, dead straight, and bowled a lot of googlies. It's like sliding across him. Be interesting if he does the same again here to Haney, if he hangs it out wide and full. He does.
Oof.
It's a ball Danny Briggs used to bowl lots at to right-handers, just almost a cut ball, a ball that you'd never bowl in the nets, and you'd think, in T20 cricket you can almost only cut it for one. If you've got the right field and a man out there, you can't really get much power on a cut shot unless you try to go over the fielders, which is hard yakka.
I feel this stabbing pain in my heart when I see him in a Sussex shirt.
Yeah, it was nice to see him the other day. Yeah, he's a good man, Danny. I think he's loving life. He's back on the Isle of Wight with his family, so fair play. He's going well. And nice to beat them as well. Another fine knock by Yatesy then. He took down Tamal Wills, didn't he? He played brilliantly. It's on the reverse again. He picks out the man at deep backward point again.
So we'll take one more. End of the 13th over, 123 for 2. Haynes on 14. Yates on 71. 39 partnership between these two already, ticking over. 66 off 42.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave you.
You're going to go?
Thanks so much for having me.
No, thank you for coming up, because it would have been the same without a whole season without you. Would have been horrendous.
I don't think it's allowed. It's not in the constitution of Warwickshire County Cricket Club.
I'll try not to be such a stranger next year, but thanks for having me. As ever.
Listen, if we're back next year,
to be honest, I'm amazed you got commission again. Don't say that. That's why I didn't come up. I didn't want to be tarnished with this brush.
OHD back to 12th man duties.
Cheers, bud.
A great company in the commentary box as ever.
Always.
123 for 2 then, so 7 overs to go, 66 required off 42 balls. They feel like they're in the box seat.
Yeah, with 8 wickets in hand, looking the favourites, the Bears at the moment. Just got to hold it together and finish the job. This Rob Yates innings has been absolutely superb. Set them up nicely. Just got to finish, just get to that finish line.
Well, I think if Yates is there at the end, we win the game. It's that simple. Down the ground, Sam Hain. Brutal. Great feet. Brutal strike. 4 to the total.
That's terrific, isn't it? Just down the track, meets the ball at the pitch and clobbers it down the ground. It's one of those tricky ones to find as well. I think it's bobbled up into the... There you go. Yeah, somebody help.
Yeah, but we're going to have to have a look at that, see if it's scuffed or lost a chunk out of it. Take it Somerset have won by now.
I'm almost certain they have.
Keep an eye on that,
Yeah, they have just crossed the line. So that is officially confirmed now.
The goose is cooked.
Yeah, so, I mean, Glamorgan themselves have a little bit of an outside chance.
Oh, he's gone. Haynes gone. Such a brilliant shot, the ball before. He's gone for 18. Callaway strikes. Not in a manner dissimilar to the departure of Bo Webster earlier to Mason Crane. So Haynes on his way, 128 for 3.
Yeah, it's just not the shot you want to see from a batter who's just hammered the ball down the ground with such authority. Just lost his shape completely, trying to play that cut shot. And that top edge just floated to that short third fielder. He's very cross with himself as well, Sam, and you can see that as he's walking off. Wanted to close the job out, as he's done so many times for the Bears. But yeah, he just immediately knew there's a miscue, an easy catch. And Ed Barnard's going to come out and try and guide the team home.
I was going to say, this is an interesting shout in the batting order, that Ed Barnard's come in rather than Mouse. I assume we're going for a right-left-hand combo to try and keep unsettling things. So plenty of thinking going on that Bears bench.
Yeah, it's got to be the thinking there. It's turning into a lovely evening here in Birmingham as well. Nice, decent-sized crowd actually. It's turned out, considering the conditions. I was out on the concourse earlier, just wandering around, and lots of there's a really nice atmosphere actually.
They've not populated the Hollies as much today. They've gone on the far side because I think they got a bit of respite from the sun as it was setting as well.
But also, it's the side of the ground where you're going to get a better view.
Yeah, true.
Because the pitch is so far away from the Hollies today.
This is very true. That's maybe why Scooby moved today.
Ah. Maybe there was a mystery in the Res Wyatt stand that he wanted to solve.
Well, probably was, and I'm fairly sure he's got Yates gone. He has. Yates is on his way. A thin edge off Kellaway, who strikes twice in this over. Well, now it's getting interesting. 1-2-9 for 4. Kellaway turning this game on his head, and Yates has gone for 72.
Yeah, again, just looking to carry on as he was prior to the departure of his teammate. And Sam Hain got dismissed. He wanted to keep playing an aggressive game, did Rob Yates, and in the end he goes. But he's played a terrific hand here for the Bears. Set them up perfectly, and his teammates should be able to get them home. Maybe a little bit of a few jumpy moments, but you'd expect them to make it home from here. But it's a terrific knock that Rob Yates has played here for the Bears. Just some brutal hitting, pretty massive sixes. Anyway, there's the man you were waiting for, Dan Mosley.
Yeah, we could be in for an enthralling finish here. Kellaway's only got one ball left though, 3 for 34. Mason Crane with one more over to go as well. So they don't have an abundance of spin options available to them, and that's where the damage is being done here, isn't it? All 4 wickets have gone to spin so far. Last ball of the spell from Kellaway. Mouse gets the single. So we got 6 to go, 130 for 4. I mean, look at those numbers actually. Crane 1 for 17. And then what, 3 for 35 there for Kellaway? I mean, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, superb work from these two bowlers. And I like the attacking field as well. Brought a slip in for the new batter. But that last ball of the over, it was worth a try, really, I suppose. Oh, there he is. He's on his own again, Scooby-Doo. Dear, oh dear.
I was going to say, we've not had as much amusement from Scooby today, but you're right. He may have solved the mystery.
It's annoying, right? Maybe instead of in the 27th minute of the episode, he solved it in the 3rd minute of the episode. Now he's got 27 minutes to kill. At least he can listen to some nice music as he does it.
Well, would have got away with it, hadn't it been for you pesky kids as well? I mean, that's the key, isn't it? 130 for 4.
Is it pesky or meddling? Meddling or pesky?
What's a pesky? Pesky? Meddling, meddling. Maybe it's my children that are pesky.
It feels like it should be pesky, though.
Yeah.
Meddling is so aggressive when you think about it, isn't it?
131 for 4.
You pesky kids. You meddling kids.
Yeah.
Big difference.
So the bowling Crane out as well, which will leave them with 5 overs of... Has there been spin options left? Did we 5 overs of seam? Yeah. On a wicket where the spinners seem to be doing the damage, so maybe thinking they could get one of these two out early. It's swept by Barnard. Oh, slip. They don't take on Douthwaite's arm, though.
He was nearly done in by the spin off the surface, because the way that sweep shot was played, it spun off the surface and he heard the yell of spin. But it nearly did him, Douthwaite. He had to adjust quite well. He actually adjusted really well towards the end.
Surely they'll just see out Crane's over here, you would have thought. 4 balls to go. Swept and swept well by Dan Mosley. All the way to the boundary ropes for 4. He's in good nick. It was in good nick on Sunday, should I say, and Looks like he's in good nick again today.
He plays that shot so well, the sweep shot, gets into position. Ball is turning quite sharply back into him. But he hits the ball against the spin with control. Bat over the ball. Never any danger. And superb placement to boot as well.
What's the highest run chase here from the Bears in kind of recent times?
Yeah, we've had a couple of 200 pluses.
They've chased it down?
Yep.
Here, okay. Mosley again. They're going to turn for 2 this time. Good running.
Ed Barnard running to the non-strikers and was so nonchalant there. The throw came in really well. It was a good piece of fielding, but he made his ground so well. It was early commitment to that too, and knocking these off again. The Bears just settling in this pair.
8 off of Crane's over so far. 2 balls to come. And then he's done. 138 for 4.
It's good, sensible batting, Matt. You've taken 8. You could just knock a couple of singles before you know you've taken double figures off the over. That's all you need to do, really.
It's 50 off 31 required from here, isn't it? So
yeah, 6 wickets in hand. Some good batters still in the shed. You'd expect the Bears to close this out.
that's a brilliant shot from Ed Barnard. Reverse sweep for 4. It's an expensive over, 13 from it. Courtesy of Mason Crane, 143 for 4. And it's 46 required off the last 30 balls.
He played that shot so well. Made a terrific sound off the middle of the bat as well. As you take another look at it, got into position almost like a left-hander and slapped it over the infield. And all he had to do was clear the short fine fielder, or short third fielder rather, who became the short fine leg fielder. And he did so with ease, and that was an over. We were talking about them just playing it out, you know, just knock it about, maybe run a ball, 5 runs off that over you'd almost take, but instead they've turned it into quite a telling over. 46 needed off 30 now. And the Bears go from favourites to heavy favourites.
Corvin's back into the attack. It's fallen wide, and mostly I think through the kitchen sink at that one.
Do you think the messages got out to the middle about the other game? Or do you think that it's something they probably tried to avoid?
I think they just had to concentrate on doing what they needed to do today, which was to win and see what happened elsewhere. They'll still just want to finish in style, won't they? No ball.
Well,
Wow.
just speaking of that in more detail, of course, we know that the Bears, unfortunately, are mathematically eliminated. Glamorgan now are playing for their place, potentially in the competition, because Somerset now are on 24, Worcestershire on 24. Those 2 counties face off against each other on Sunday. Glamorgan have to win both of their matches. They play Gloucestershire in the final round.
So the pressure's on them. Here's the free hit, and it's a dot ball. Very rare we see a no ball.
Yeah.
Overstepping.
Yeah, you don't often see those, because nowadays it's almost commonplace for TV umpires and broadcasters to call them instead of the standing umpire. So it has to be quite pronounced for the standing umpire to call it.
Apart from the no ball, nothing doing in this over so far. Mosley will just take the single. Means we need 44 more off 27 balls.
Yeah, I think the Bears would like to see just a couple of boundaries to settle those nerves. Just to put things beyond a shadow of a doubt. Because if you're Glamorgan, you still feel in this game for sure.
Well, a couple of wickets, and you're very much in it, aren't you? Even though there's plenty of depth to come from the Bears, with Thompson still to come, Kai Smith, Chris Wokes as well. That's really well run. Excellent bit of running between the wickets by these two. 147 for 4. It's 42 off 26.
He got a bit of cramp there, maybe.
Well, you know, he had that back problem, didn't
yes,
he, a
of
few
course he did.
games ago, which I think is causing him a little bit of discomfort still. 147 for 4 then. 42 required. 2 to come in the over. Again turned into the leg side. They'll run the first quickly. There's a comfortable second here this time. Again, it's his back that Ed Barnard's back has gone again.
He's giving it a little rub. Put the fielder under pressure there as well, which was the secret to that too. Barnard, you can see him rubbing his back, just feels a little bit uncomfortable, but he will want to get his team over the line.
Yeah, I think he's going to need to go here. I think that's what he's saying. I think he's going to go one more ball, but he's made the symbol to say 149 for 4. Cuts it away. He hopes it was going to the boundary because he can't really run. And there you go. There's the sign to say we need to send someone out. Barnard in a bit of discomfort. 150 for 4 then, off of 16 overs as things stand.
It is indeed. And listen, if you're watching on the stream, as we are now, this is your moment to like the stream. It's very easy. You find it. We're on your phone. There we go. Thumbs up. Bang. Fantastic. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know you're enjoying the stream. And make sure you drop us some comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're on 98,000 subscribers. So close. It would be great to finish the season, or at least our Bears TV season, with 100,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel now. You get to watch cricket for free on here. It's pretty cool.
Big number.
Doesn't cost you anything. It just helps us out massively. So make sure you get the subscribe going on. And Adam will be really happy if you do that. Maybe he'll go home, he'll have a strut in his step, and he'll be walking like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever to the car park later.
Oh, I do that anyway.
No, that's true.
Barnard is just, I mean, he can hardly move, but he's had a couple of painkillers. Now, maybe it's me. Painkillers don't tend to work that fast, or do they have magic painkillers?
Well, they do have fast-acting painkillers usually at the cricket, so I don't know what's going on here, but I do think I can understand the emotion of wanting to be there at the end. Yep. Although he didn't put his chin strap on as he was trying to play a shadow shot. He nearly knocked his helmet off his head just with his swing. But I mean, I really respect the sort of the bravado of this, but at the same time, I think Dan Mosley's also saying to him, dude, don't worry. Like, if you got to go, you got to go. We'll get somebody else on. He desperately doesn't want to retire her. He wants to see this game through to the end. He's obviously been in charge of the team a lot this season as well.
I think they probably just want to he'll just try and club them in boundaries. Douthwaite's coming in, 150 for 4. There's a bit of movement to try and get it. I think he's going to try and get it done in boundaries.
But the thing is, like, that shot won't help your back because you're stepping outside the off stump and putting an enormous amount of pressure on your lower back as you do that twist with your body.
If he hadn't moved then, he'd probably got a wide, potentially.
Yeah. Although I guess Douthwaite did see him stepping across, probably shifted his line. Curious to see how he goes about it. He's got an off-stump guard at the moment.
Stands still and hits through. He's actually run that first quite quickly there.
He's still rubbing his back.
I think he needs a girdle.
I think he just needs to take a break. Send him back to the dugout. Like, sometimes as a coach, captain, you got to make these decisions for your players. Cause
well, he is the captain. He said,
yeah.
He said, actually, I'm going nowhere.
Well, maybe the coach can chime in, or Dan Mosley, senior player, can have a word, because you don't want him to do himself an injury.
Well, no, also, it's still 38 off 22 here, so they do need to not mess around and get some boundaries scored and keep the scoreboard ticking over. Only 2 off the first 3 deliveries in this Douthwaite over.
Last one over from Gorvin as well. It was just a quiet over that's just kept things interesting from a Glamorgan perspective. I think that they do need a couple of big shots, ideally in this over, to just breathe a little bit easier here, the Bears, because it's gone from a comfortable position to something that's a little bit tight.
It is. Long conversation between Douthwaite and his captain here. 152 for 4. Neesham just fiddling with the field. It's 37 to win from 21. I think we're in for a really good finish here tonight. Good death bowling here from Douthwaite. Just one more to the total. 3 singles from the over.
He's done very well. Kept it nice and full. Narrowed down the batter's options in terms of scoring areas.
Also, when you get to then, 36 off 3 overs, 12 and over, it's not simple.
No, it's not. No. You get used to these being done, but you factor in the pressure and the quality of the bowling, which has been superb from the seamers at the back end.
Mouse on strike. That's going to be a wide.
Just as I say, it's been superb quality of bowling. Wild delivery sprayed down the leg side. I think the stadium DJ is doing his best to rile up the Glamorgan players as well. Oh no, just a couple that time.
I was going to say, wait till someone drops a catch. 154 for 4. One more to the total. It's been a good over. 5 from it so far.
Yeah, it's getting a bit close for comfort now.
34 off 19.
It's one of those games that's had its swings, hasn't it? When Rob Yates was going, it looked almost inevitable that the Bears would get there and get there comfortably, but it seems comfort is not going to factor in here. It's going to be tight either way now.
Yeah, the loss of Hayne and Yates very swiftly. That's a full toss. Picks out the fielder again. Keeps the strike as well. Just one more to the total. It's an over that's yielded just 6 runs. 156 for 4. So 33 required off the last 3 overs.
I do wonder a little bit about Ed Barnard's shot selection here. Full toss. I mean, if he's not worried about his lower back, is he taking better advantage of that? I mean, again, we're speculating, of course, but it is a wonderful atmosphere. The kids are enjoying themselves. Everybody who's turned up today and throughout the season, really, here at EdgBLASTon. We hope you've had a great time. So many options. You know, I walked all the way around the ground today up to where the refurbishments are happening, and you can't go any further. There's so many different options for refreshments. And, you can get churros here. You can get like Greek salads and Greek rolls and halloumi fries and all sorts of like snacks, bougie and traditional.
I'm hungry.
Have you not had a chance to eat yet?
Not much. Wasn't a long interval between innings today.
No, I was thinking of volunteering on your behalf.
Well, to eat for me?
Well, just do a couple of overs so you could eat, but then I thought,
it's fine.
No, you'd want to do this.
We were good. It was a bit chilly by then. Oh, that's up in the air from Barnard. He's already started the walk-off because he knows. Oh, it's been dropped! It's been dropped. They've just gone for the 1. And I think Dan Mosley has said, stay there, skipper. Now we'll hear the lots of wah-wahs.
We will. It's Crane.
1, 2.
Oh, keep an eye out. Is he going to register that sound?
3.
Is it going to annoy him?
Oh, just 3?
Just 3, I think.
Oh, 4.
Oh, there's a 4th one after a delay. Yeah, I mean, it was a long way up in the air. You do expect them to be taken. He got into the right position. It's just gone through him.
Straight through his hands, hasn't it?
It's not ideal, especially when you're fielding in the deep as well. Lots of Bears fans will let it be known that wasn't the best effort from Mason Crane.
32 off 17. Barnard's on 15. Moses on strike on 12. Now, he's got that short boundary on the leg side, so there's no doubt McAndrew will be tucking this outside the off stump. Well, he moved, was followed, no contact.
Yeah, it's missed out there. Dan Mosley, full toss wide outside the off stump. He knew it would be outside the off stump as well, so he anticipated it, but just misread the pace. I think he actually thought it was going to be higher than it was. I think he thought it would be sort of above waist height. He immediately sort of instinctively looked at the umpire at point at the moment for the left-hander. It's a dot ball.
That one's not a dot ball. Oh. No dot ball there. That's huge from Dan Mosley. What a 6 that is. 163 for 4. 26 off 15.
Well, McAndrew just got really predictable there. He just bowled a full toss wide outside the off stump. Mosley knew the next one was going to be wide outside the off stump, and he got a full toss. He missed out on 1. He wasn't going to miss out on 2. Ready for it and sent it miles. Goodness me, I haven't even seen how far that went. That went a long way. I think it was still accelerating when it crashed into the stand.
They cleared the Hollies last week. That's down the ground. They'll come back for 2. Oh, he's gone. Barnard's gone. Couldn't get back in time. Fingers up. Looked really tight. They'll just get the 1. And Barnard's on his way, which, given the problems with his back, might be a positive thing. Yeah.
I mean, he was struggling out there. I think what the crucial thing was with Mosley finding his timing. You want Dan Mosley on strike. So it was worth the risk to get him back on strike. It was a selfless second run there from Barnard going to the danger end. the keeper and the fielder made no mistake. Oftentimes you put them under pressure, you never know what will happen, but in that instance, absolutely no mistake made, and the run out was affected there.
Good throw. It's good bit of fielding. Looked quite tight. Wasn't out by much.
Good recovery as well, having put the catch down.
Kai Smith's in. 164 for 5. 25 required off 14 balls.
Crucially for the Bears, Kai Smith will be at the non-striker's end. Mosley has 2 more deliveries in this over. The ideal result is 6 and 3, but you take 4 and 1.
At this stage, you take anything.
You wouldn't turn your nose out. You wouldn't kick 6 and 6 out of bed.
So Warwickshire's place in the quarterfinals is gone, but Glamorgan could still get there. Straight down the ground, absolutely hammered for 4 by Dan Mosley. It's another full toss outside the off stump, and it gets what it deserves.
It was hit so hard. There is a long one in place. It was about 5 yards away from that ball, but it was hit so ferociously. It skipped off the surface, past the boundary rope, and fielder had absolutely no chance. Terrific strike that.
21 off 13. Final ball of the over. 12 off the over so far. That's wide and outside the off stump. It's a dot ball to finish the over. 21 needed from 2 overs then. Mosley on 23. Smith will face his first ball. 168 for 5.
It was 11 off that last over. If they could get another 11 off the next 2, they're there.
Vote for your player of the match right now. You can scan the QR code that you can see on your screen to vote for the player of the match. Is it going to be Rob Yates? Is that the innings that gets the nod? Maybe Dan Mosley's going to get the Bears across the line here. Or maybe some of the bowling performance earlier, Usman Tariq in particular, may have caught your eye.
Dan Mosley as well, quite economical with the balls.
He was, yeah, they were both spinners were. 12 balls to go, 21 required. Douthwaite, who's gone for 24 from his 2 overs so far, is going to bowl over 19.
Now if you're Kai Smith, you're looking for a single here, surely you want to get Dan Mosley back on strike. He's very deep in his crease, very deep. You can even see from the straight angle how far into his crease he is. You often see batters standing outside of their crease and outside his off stump as well.
I was going to say, he's offering up leg stump here, isn't he? Because he wants to access that leg side and that short boundary. And then he reverses it and he scoops it straight to the fielder. And the catch is taken. And the catch is taken inside the circle. And Kai Smith is gone. First ball. It's 168 for 5.
Well, he attempted for the bravado. He wanted to go for the big shot, find the boundary, and he actually got a hold of the ball just as he wanted to. Maybe not as much awareness of where the field was because that short third was in position and he kind of nailed it straight to him. A little bit of juggling, but he took the catch in the end. And it was Gorvin who took the catch, and now the Bears, well, everything gets a little bit shaky as Chris Wokes comes out to the middle, and you think again about that shot selection from Kai Smith. Was it worth just dabbing the ball into the onside or the offside, wherever, getting a single, getting Mosley on strike? He's your 6-hitter. And now he's stranded at the non-strikers, and as another new batter makes his way out to the middle.
Christopher Wokes. Aaron's looking all nervous over there in the den.
Well, the pendulum swung, hasn't it? You can argue even Glamorgan maybe just inching towards now, especially with brand new batter at the crease. But again, just to reinforce this point, Glamorgan have to win. Their place in the competition is on the line.
21 required, 11 balls. First ball for Wokes to face. Bowling of Douthwaite. Gets it away immediately and almost cuts between the 2 fielders, and it does for 4. Boundary off the first ball from Wokes. Here's a man with Test match 100 to his name.
Yeah, I was there for it. I remember watching it happen in person. He's a world-class batter, is Chris Wokes, and first ball, just to have the composure to play that shot. It was there for it, but even so, just getting down on one knee and guiding the ball into that gap, not trying to hit the cover off it, just guiding it off the face of his bat, perfectly bisecting those 2 fielders in the deep. Kellaway in anguish there on the boundary that he couldn't get there. And the Bears, well, that pendulum swinging again. 17 needed off 10.
Douthwaite again. Into Wokes. Outside half of the bat. Guided down. It will just be one. I think Mosley will be happy with that. 16 off 9 required to win.
Yeah, there's absolutely no disrespect to Chris Wokes, of course, a quality batter. We've talked about his achievements in an England shirt. And he's world class, no doubt about it. But right now, the man that's in, the man who is hitting the sixes, the man who's middling the ball and sending it into the stands, is that man, Dan Mosley. And he's got him back on strike. He's got 3 more balls in this over. If he was able to hit 3 boundaries, he would really calm things down. But even a couple of boundaries would let Warwickshire breathe a little easier heading into that last over. 16 off 9. That's tight, isn't it?
Here we go. Douthwaite in again. Into the legs of Mosley, who will just take the single. 1 more to the total. 15 off of 8. One of the innings that always sticks in my mind from Chris Wokes that does tend to get forgotten about was the one-day international game against Sri Lanka, where him and Liam...
It was Plunkett.
It was Plunkett and him. Yeah. Wokes finished on 90 not out, didn't
95 not out, which for 6 years was the record held by number 7 in ODI cricket. And it always makes me laugh. That last shot, Plunkett ties the game with a 6. Everyone remembers that. Wokes' name there with 95 not out. Never gets a mention.
Great innings. There is a poll in the chat on the stream saying it's 50-50. It says the poll right now. Wokes, inside edge. They'll just complete 1. It means it's 14 off 7. And over 10,000 of you joining us right now for this drama. Thank you. Don't forget to click subscribe while you're there.
And hey,
and like the stream.
Let people know there's a serious game on here. Share the link to this video with a friend or two who'd enjoy watching a thrilling climax here on Bears TV. It's up to 11 now, when the numbers are climbing for this game. It's the last one on Bears TV this season.
Hey, do you know, we've got the One Day Cup coming up.
We do.
If they all hit subscribe, we'd be well over the 100,000.
We would do.
Fantastic.
Just hit subscribe while you're watching, guys. We've got a heck of a game on here.
Last ball of the over, 14 needed off 7. Mosley off his toes. Picks out the fielder, but he keeps the strike for the start of the final over with 13 needed. 176 for 6. 1 over to come, and I assume it's going to be McAndrew.
It's a strange one.
I think McAndrew assumed it was going to be him,
and he's just put his
but
hat
he's
back
just
on.
been told no.
Yeah.
It's going to be Jimmy Neesham.
Well, that's a big call from Glamorgan. Obviously, there's a lot of experience there in Jimmy Neesham. He's done some special things, but even so, well, that single off the last ball, by the way, suits both teams. If you haven't already, by the way, like the stream. Do what the screen's telling you. Like this stream. If you don't like this match, what do you like? You got to like this stream and it'll push us up the algorithms a little bit. But anyway, 13 off 6. That last ball, single taken by Dan Mosley. It's a weird one. It's one where both the Bears will be happy and Glamorgan will be happy. Liam before wickets watching as well. How you doing, Liam? Good to hear from you, bud. He was on one of our streams before. If you haven't, you haven't had a chance, go back and watch it. I won't tell you which one. You'll have to scroll through all of them, and you can find Liam. And it's a pleasure to have.
All right,
here we go.
Last over, 13 to win. Off the final 6 balls. This is the kind of scenario that Dan Mosley absolutely relishes.
Nerves of steel, isn't it?
He will be. Well, he's looking as well at that leg side. He's going, I've got the short boundary on the leg side. Jimmy Neesham is in. Dot ball to start with. They're going to appeal for the catch as well, but no interest from the umpire.
Or the bowler.
Well, I was going to say Jimmy Neesham's back to his mark, but I think there was a puff of dirt there. It wouldn't surprise me if Mosley hit some dirt, but the pressure's on. 13 off of 5 now.
Neesham is a high-quality bowler. He's renowned for so many different things. So he sent a tweet after that 2019 World Cup final where England won by the barest of margins over New Zealand. He is a big match player. Can Mosley pull off something special?
He's got the inside half of the bat. It's just going to be a single. It's 12 required off the last 4 balls. And Wokes is on strike. They need a boundary, and they need one now.
Yeah, it's not really good enough just to get Mosley back on strike now. They're going to have a chat about what it is they plan to do, and I think Chris Wokes is going to have to play a shot here.
He can. He's more than capable.
Oh, absolutely. We saw that first ball. He managed to put it away for 4. It has to be said, though, Jimmy Neesham's bowled 2 bang-on-the-money deliveries so far.
He does have levers. Wokes has levers.
Now, he can send it if he wants to. Ship it, hit it.
Well,
smack
you've
it
got
out the
to be
ground.
trying to hit it over on that offside, haven't you? You've got to be trying to go for that short boundary. Over extra cover, bosh.
Where does Neesham hide the ball?
4 balls to go. 12 needed. Wokes on strike. Here's Neesham. Oh, he's tucked him up. It's 1. Can they make it 2? No, they're not going to even try. It's just going to be 1. Douthwaite Fields. 11 off of 3.
It's high quality death bowling this from Jimmy Neesham. He's just cut off that short boundary altogether, not giving the batters the angle they need. And you'd bet that you'd have something similar coming up next. So Dan Mosley, he'll know the angle's coming in towards him. How does he set himself up? He's got a more natural angle to go for the short boundary as well as a left-hander. Neesham likely to hide the ball wide outside the off stump. What can you do with it, Dan Mosley? What can you do?
Oh, he's hit it into his toe and they've said don't run. They've said go nowhere. It's a dot ball. 11 required from 2. It's a brilliant over from Jimmy Neesham. Conversation between the two now.
Well, it has to be big ones now. It has to be big, boys. 6s if the Bears are to win this. Jimmy Neesham's been spot on in this over so far. Made it so difficult to get him away. Just as the batter can anticipate what the bowler's going to do, the bowler can also anticipate what the batter's looking to do. He knows that Dan Mosley's trying to access the short boundary on the leg side. Just doing everything he can to make it difficult. Well, this one has to go. What have you got? What have you got, Dan? What have you got?
Oh, it's a full toss, head high, 6 runs, and it's a no ball, and it's a free hit. Well, 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 Jimmy Neesham, what have you done? What have you done? Mosley, it's superb.
Wow. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better result than that. If you're the Bears, it's going to be a head-high no ball. It's just slipped out of his hand. He's pulled it, absolutely pulverized it as Mosley. It was coming to his head. It was head high. It was a dangerous delivery, and it's been pulled away into the construction site. What a shot. The next ball's going to be a free hit. Dan Mosley. I asked him what he had, and what he had was a remarkable shot.
Now only 4 required with the no ball as well.
It's a free hit, the next one.
And it's a free hit. So 4 required off of 2.
Well, this game of cricket can just turn on a sixpence. Really remarkable change. I mean, a ball ago, it looked, for all intents and purposes, like Jimmy Neesham has just bowled a superb final over and just pipped the Bears at the post and got Glamorgan to a thrilling win that keeps their campaign alive. But that's not what's happened. No ball, a 6, and now a free hit. Could end the game here. Dan Mosley. What a player. Nerves of steel.
He's on 32. Neesham's trying to get bowling, but Mosley was just doing his gloves and the crowd playing their part. Well, we wanted an enthralling finish to complete this home campaign in this blast for the Bears. Here's Neesham to Mosley. Lifted into the leg side. All the way it goes! And Mosley wins it for the Bears again. It's a 6 to finish with. A free hit dispatched by Dan Mosley. Danger Mouse does the business. Scooby's happy. And it's a victory for the Bears to finish the season. What a dramatic final over that was. And there he is, Dan the man, right in the middle of it.
Absolutely sensational. Unbelievable hitting from Dan Mosley. He mistimed a couple early in the over. Previous over, he'd managed to get one away for 6, but he didn't look like anywhere near hitting a 6 until that no ball, which put him back in the zone. And the next ball back in the construction site it goes. You don't even have to find it. Just bury it in the hotel. What a shot from Dan Mosley. What a thrilling climax to this game. everybody watching, I hope you enjoyed that. Dan Mosley hit the ball, points at his dugout, fist pump in the air, big handshake, big hugs with his teammate, and finally he allows himself a smile. What a performance. I don't know who you voted for in the player of the match earlier, but change it. It's Dan Mosley by a country mile.
Well, Jimmy Neesham did his bit, I think it's fair to say. It was a brilliant over from Neesham till that point of that head-high full toss. And wow, cometh the moment, cometh the man. I said to you at the start of the over, he relishes situations like this. And while we were losing our heads up here thinking, hang on a minute, 11 off 2, he was calm. Here's the highlights of that victory.
Yeah, some terrific shots early doors. Rob Yates, it feels like a lifetime ago when he was dominating the bowling early doors. Some really terrific shots. We had Zen Malik actually play a couple of nice shots early as well, but then he was dismissed quite early. And it's been remarkable. I mean, it's been an unbelievable game. I mean, the sun's managed to set during the whole game here as well. You can see it was still quite bright at that time. The sun's fully set here in Birmingham now, just coming up, just gone past 10 o'clock in the UK. And well, we've seen some remarkable stroke making primarily from Rob Yates for the bulk of the innings. Bo Webster played some nice shots as well before he was dismissed, but he played some lovely shots, and they kind of had to. 189 was the target halfway through that innings. I don't know if they will have found out, but they were mathematically, officially eliminated from this season of the T20 Blast. They still have a game to play, the Bears, but they won't be able to qualify for the quarterfinals. But whether they knew that or not, they managed to really approach this task with some real relish. Really superb stroke play. There was that short boundary that was targeted really efficiently, but also some terrific shots down the ground. That straight six was a thing of beauty. We had Ollie Hannon Dolby taking a little break from drinks duty to come and join us on commentary, and he loved some of the stroke play in the middle overs. And it wasn't just Webster and Yates. Loads of people contributed. The game looked like it was going to be a comfortable one for the Bears at that stage. There was that reverse sweep. What a terrific hit. Spins off the surface. Mason Crane bowled quite well. Took a bit of tap.
Dropped a catch too, didn't he?
He did, and he was made to hear about it. This was the moment where that catch was taken, and it just slowed up the momentum for the Bears ever so slightly. Sam Hain and Rob Yates did play some nice shots. This was the cloth six. It was the six that drew the sort of the laughter from some of the Glamorgan team, suggesting that it wouldn't be a six anywhere else in the world, but it was today because it was a short boundary. Some lovely stroke play over the covers. It was the six that brought
up his 50 as well, wasn't it?
It was the six that brought up his 50.
Very fortunate.
There was that one that was muscled over long on as well. Some really terrific shots. Lots of entertainment for the crowd that came out tonight. Straight as an arrow down the ground on that occasion. Nearly into the little red pylon there. This was a disappointing one from Sam Hain. Top edge that just floated to short third. He will have wanted to close the game out as he's done so often. And Rob Yates going shortly thereafter. And that was the wobble for the Bears from a very, very comfortable position. It all got a little bit tight. And it required a little bit of control from Dan Mosley. Ed Barnard as well played some lovely shots before picking up some kind of niggle in his lower back. He was in a fair bit of pain. And Dan Mosley clobbering that full toss for a six down the ground. It got really tight there towards the end. This was the run out of Ed Barnard at the non-strikers end. The throw came in. It was a sacrifice for his team on that occasion from Barnard. He had to get Mosley back on strike. This one clobbered down the ground. Terrific shot. Again from Dan Mosley. And then this was the reverse sweep from Kai Smith, where he picked out the short third fielder. He questioned whether that was the right shot to play or not. Chris Wokes, though, first ball, guides the ball delicately, brilliantly, right between that backward point and deep cover fielder. And then Dan Mosley hammers that head-high beamer into the construction site for six. Free hit next ball, flicks it away for the winning runs, again into the construction site. Or they might have a bit more constructing to do tomorrow, the guys working over there, because Dan Mosley's put a few dents in it today. What a win, a famous and memorable one for the Warwickshire Bears here today in Birmingham.
Dan, the deconstructor, into the
There we
construction
go.
side. He's probably knocked a few pillars down.
Can he deconstruct it? Yes, he can. It's really, really impressive. I hope everybody enjoyed that match. That was thrilling at the end, wasn't it?
It was a fantastic finale to another fantastic season. Look, it's not ended the way we wanted it to. They've obviously got one more game to come on Sunday and can't qualify. But for sheer entertainment, I mean, I've loved watching Malik and Bo Webster, Haney when he's been on the go, a couple of innings from Dan as well, Usman Tariq. It's been, they've entertained. I think there's no two ways about that. The results may not have been as perfect as we wanted, but what a way to finish.
It really was. It was a send them home happy kind of moment. As you say, not the season that we wanted from the Bears in terms of results, but they provided a lot of entertainment along the way, and it's been great fun and a great privilege for yet another season. Adam, bring it to everybody, and hopefully we'll be back again next season. It's been a complete pleasure to get to wear this shirt and be a part of the Bears family. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to Bears TV, and there's some great content on there. Obviously, there's a lot of live cricket on there. Still to come this season, the One Day Cup, a lot of it is going to be on Bears TV, so make sure you tune in for that. If you hit subscribe now, you'll always get a little notification when we're going live.
We will. I think we're done. Badger? Pleasure having the Badger with us as ever. Quick goodbye from the Badger.
Quick goodbye from Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure, guys. It really has. Thank you as well to everyone behind the scenes here at Bears TV as well. We really appreciate all the hard work. So much graft goes into these broadcasts. So, yeah, we'll see you all, hopefully, next year.
I was going to say that. It's just thanks, guys, by the way. Everybody next door, there's a big team of people that make sure this happens, from everybody on the cameras and also the shot callers, the ball chasers, the production staff. There's so many people that make sure we can bring you this broadcast, and we really appreciate all the work that they do. Any thank yous?
Some great guests as well. Well, we had some fantastic guests. The players that have come up and joined us throughout the games. Katie today was brilliant. OHD today. We've had Ethan Bamber. Georgia Redmayne came up when you weren't here, which was brilliant. We've obviously had Abby earlier in the campaign telling her that she got 250 runs. She got very excited about all those kind of things. Chloe came up, our star from last year as well. So it's been brilliant. Obviously, no mail today.
But we got OHD today, which was nice. Which was nice. It was really nice. It's been a great season, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and hope you enjoy the cricket wherever you enjoy it from. And it's been a great pleasure to be your host again for this season. But just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's part of our broadcast today. Regina Suthasai, who's been with us today. Obviously, the great man to my left, Adam. It is you. Yeah. That is my left. You made me think. Adam Bridge here, the voice of Warwickshire cricket. To Aaron Wiles as well for keeping us up to date with all the stats, all the info, and all the humour. We've had a great time. My name is Atif Nawaz. Look after yourselves, and see you soon, everybody.